Hey, welcome to KocoSports Monday Night Raw Review. I am John Cena's hero, the huge one, Dave Coco from KocoSports.com, KocoSports.net. It takes you to the same place. It's where the world comes to kick ass, your home for combat sports, and above all, where it's okay to be a passionate fan. This is our weekly Monday Night Raw Review. As always, we ask win, loss, or tie what you thought about it. Tonight, I am being joined by the world-famous American Alucard. American Alucard, you must be hurting for punishment. We do a 3-hour pay-per-view review, and now you're back for Monday Night Raw. Much love, appreciate it. So let's ask the question. Please down in the comments, win, loss, or tie. If you want, you can go to KocoSports.net. There's an internet infantry chat. It's on the bottom left-hand corner, ran by Spot.im. There, you can tweet us at KocoSports, or you could go to YouTube or Facebooks, and we'll get to it. Last night, we didn't get to all the comments. We apologize. Hopefully tonight we can get to all the comments. All right, so here we go. Win, loss, or tie. American Alucard, welcome. Tell them how they can find you, and what are you giving this show?
American Alucard on YouTube and Twitter, and I'm going to give it a loss because they didn't put over Roman Reigns enough. I mean, you could have it could have dedicated an entire hour to put over Roman Reigns, but they only did 20 minutes. Come on, that's not enough for the god of professional wrestling, Roman Reigns. Come on, WWE, I need more Roman Reigns putting over.
Yeah, tonight is crazy. It was so crazy with Roman Reigns. I will be giving Roman Reigns facts, a.k.a. formerly known as Chuck Norris facts, because Roman Reigns has surpassed Chuck Norris throughout this show. You know what? If you like Roman Reigns, I want to, dear Roman Reigns fans. Rob used to be a Roman Reigns fan. I always thought he was better than Cena. If you are a legit Roman Reigns fan and you just don't hate internet wrestling fans, we get it. You're in the business. If you legit like Roman Reigns, does it get to the point where it's getting a little bit ridiculous? I mean, I want to reach out to Roman Reigns fans tonight for the question of the night. All you got to say is, I'm a Roman Reigns fan. Do you think it's getting ridiculous? You know what? And here's our first fact of the day. When Alexander Bell invented the telephone, he had three missed calls from Roman Reigns. Oh, they're going to be zingers all night, baby. Yeah, so to me, there's a part of me that says, all right, it wasn't the biggest bag of shit. It's a tie. But here's the problem. It's Monday Night Raw is the worst show of the week. We do a show every day of the week. This channel, American Alucard has his own channel. Please go like, comment, subscribe, and check out American Alucard. But we do a show together, maybe 10 shows a week. Maybe 10 shows a week on 2 separate channels, okay? We do a lot of shows. Without a doubt, Monday Night Raw is the worst of all the reviews. With all the reviews. And I'm talking even TNA. Main Event is better. Superstars is better. NXT is better. TNA is better. Everything is better than Monday Night Raw. And it's got to be a point where, like, there's a part of me that's like, if I really wanted to be the positive guy, like, if you know, there's a couple Twitter handlers. We'll hit up our Twitter guys later. But there's a couple Twitter members of the Internet Infantry. And it's like, well, you know, I stopped watching for like 6 months, and I watched again. It wasn't that bad. And I think it's, if you don't watch it every week or watch alternatives, maybe it's not that bad, and maybe I could push for a tie. But, dude, you know what? I'm done. I'm done. I refuse to give charity ties to this goddamn program that's supposed to be the flagship, it's supposed to be the fucking #1 show of pro wrestling. I refuse to give charity ties. You have to, WWE has to go, I have to sit down, watch a Raw or a pay-per-view. I mean, Mania, they can't be this bad at Mania. But I have to watch a pay-per-view or a Raw and say, you know what? I was entertained, and give it a win before I ever give it a tie again. Like, I can hear your arguments. Oh, it wasn't that bad. But I'm tired of that it wasn't that bad. Me and American Alucard, we watch a lot of pro wrestling, not just Monday Night Raw, even though on both of our channels probably the WWE content gets the most views. But really, not even is it a loss. Was there a show besides maybe the pay-per-view Was there a show worse than Monday Night Raw this week? Lucha Underground, TNA, NXT, Main Event, Superstars, ROH, New Japan. I mean, it's got to the point now that, yeah, maybe it's not that bad, but you have the most eyeballs on you, and anyone that watches any alternative, and I'm saying even in the WWE universe, if you watch an alternative in the WWE universe, I think Raw's still the worst show of the week. So I could see if you say tie. I could see that. If you say win, I really need you to show me the light. But I have to give it a loss. I just have to give it a loss. Let's cheer up the mood with another Roman Reigns fact. Fear of spiders is arachnophobia. A fear of Roman Reigns is called logic. They're going to be all night, baby. They're going to be all night. All right, so we will be getting to your live comments. We will be getting to your Twitters. To get us the fastest, go to KocoSports.net because it's our blog, and you can send it to the Internet Inventory, also Twitter and YouTube. But we will be getting to your live comments, so if you could, please answer that. And, you know, be honest. Don't be a troll, because this is the thing I'm not a big fan of in wrestling. If you are legit, if you are legit a WWE fan and you think the product's good, I want to hear your opinion. What I don't want to hear, or what I don't want to see on YouTube anymore is, WWE is great, like, comment, subscribe, and then when I look you in the fucking eyes, you give me the same look Roman Reigns is giving us in the graphic, going, well, I really don't think it's that good. No. Stop being phony fucking bastards. If you think the product's good, I want to hear your voices. But if you're just being an asshole because one day you think you're going to fucking be able to taste Roman Reigns' penis, then you need to fucking man up and just tell the fucking truth. It's not that fucking good. Because you pretending you're in the business, giving voice, being positive, is why the fucking product is going to suck over and over and over. Alright, so please leave in the comments. We will try to get to all of them. Let's lighten up the mood. They used to be a street named after Roman Reigns, but it was changed because nobody ever crosses Roman Reigns and lives. These are going to be all night. And by the way, I'm just rereading Chuck Norris facts. If you go to chucknorrisfacts.com, you can get all the spoilers of this. All right, let's break this down. Let's see. We'll go Internet Infantry chat first, since they're the most loyal. Oh, it's American a la carte. Always thought it was American a la crate. And I probably mispronounced that. Dude, I didn't know what a la carte was, and when someone told me it was Dracula spelled backwards, I felt like the biggest fucking fool ever. Thunder's, because I thought maybe it was your last name, maybe it meant something in some language I didn't know. And the thing is, I've heard it a million times. I am an idiot.
It's one of the hell's in anime, and it caught me off guard too until I realized this dude a vampire. What is Dracula? Oh, it's Dracula spelled backwards. So
yeah, and it's been referenced in a lot of stuff before. So there you go. Thunderskull says, I've been making Ryback facts before the Roman Reigns facts began, but I want Roman Reigns facts also. All right, no problem. We're here. We're here for you. Roman Reigns is the second greatest superstar with both names starting with R, second only to Rico Rodriguez. And let's see. And, of course, Rocco Rock. Punky, did you know that Roman Reigns is so great it makes Sting speechless and the Divas division suck? It wasn't that bad, and this is from Kevin on the Internet Inventory chat. Next week's Raw is renamed Raw That Bad? All right, there you go. It's not that bad. Punky also says, Roman Reigns is so fucking amazing that Vince McMahon uses his matches for porn. That might not even be a joke. That might straight up be fucking shoot. Matter of fact, you're getting a little hard. And he also says, Roman Reigns is the greatest, that Steph tells everyone he is really the father of Triple H's kids. Well, there you go. There you go. Roman Reigns is getting pushed to the damn moon again. All right, let's break it down. It does not start off with Roman Reigns. I was a little shocked by this. It starts off with Randy Orton, and you know what? WWE product, and I said this last night on the pay-per-view, WWE's product is so bad. Randy Orton, I used to fucking hate. I used to despise. I think he's an Abercrombie Fitch model that can only stare. But you know what? Everyone else is so fucking bad. We're starting to be like, bring Randy Orton to fucking New Japan. Why the fuck not? He's one of the best wrestlers on the goddamn roster. And it's not because Randy Orton has improved. It's just everyone is worse. It's like, it's like going back home and fucking all the girls are fat and the one fat girl lost 10 pounds. That fat girl's still fat. But fuck, dude, she lost 10 pounds and everyone else is a fucking beast. That's what Randy Orton is. Randy Orton is the fat girl in high school that lost 10 pounds while the cheerleaders gained thousands. Way to go, Randy Orton. You don't suck compared to what the product has been lately. And that is probably the greatest compliment I've ever given Randy Orton ever. It's a promo, and then Triple H and Stephanie, they convince him, like, hey, come on, Team Authority. And I don't know, I think this is helping Randy Orton because even though I'm a Randy Orton hater, Randy Orton as a tweener is way better than face Randy Orton or heel Randy Orton. I think Randy Orton has to be a tweener, and I think his power and pull in WWE could make him a tweener. You know what I mean? So overall, what did you think of the opening segment?
Well, Randy Orton, he didn't come out with enough body oil, so his character was already fell flat for me. The construction worker beard, he didn't have that. I mean, he's been gone for like how many months, and he shave that beard. And as far as Randy Orton in the ring, it's tolerable. It's not that he's like bad in the ring. It's just he's solidly stale. That's the best way to put it. And then you can throw in the fact that him and Cena had that seemed like 12-year feud that they just stood at the top. That's pretty much why people, I think, hate Randy. But I guess it was okay for opening promo. Triple H staring at whoever, and then Big Show putting over the Authority. People kind of cared, so it was tolerable.
I noticed that Triple H loves Sting not saying anything in a one-way conversation. What is he, a KocoSports podcaster? But he loved it so much, he put the mute button on Randy Orton. Triple H is like, yeah, baby, this is like me cutting promos in the mirror. It's the fucking greatest thing ever. I have a conspiracy theory. It's loosely backed on fucking illogical facts. Do you think that they are really making the product so bad that we'll just accept anything, and then if you really do like pro wrestling, you have to pay $9.99 to watch NXT? Like, do you think it's like, because I think that a demographic, WLC, casual fans, I think the demographic that's really pushing this shit along is the indie wrestlers who wrestle in front of 100 people and hate fans. It's the fucking YouTubers that fucking come on and say, I'm on YouTube, I'm inside the business, you're fucking retarded. It's how many YouTubers do you hear say this? Well, you're just a bunch of fucking idiots, and I don't actually like the product, but I know why they're doing it. I think that audience has grown so fucking much that they're like, hey, dude, fucking put on a shitty show. Think about it. If you are a Randy Orton or John Cena supporter backstage, how fucking good do you feel? You're like, for 12 fucking years we've been pushing these motherfuckers and they sucked. But the new guy sucks so bad. Yeah, fucking, it wasn't that bad. It's just, yeah, it is what it is. All right, fucking. Next you have Bad News Barrett versus Dolph Ziggler. It's just, how much money do we have to pay? Do we have to pay the $9.99? Do we have to pay $20? Could we just fucking, get a good match that doesn't go to commercial? Could we fucking, you know what I mean?
That's going to be the next step, though. Once they get like 4,000 people on the network, it's probably going to go to, now you can watch WWE Raw commercial free on the network, only pay $9.99. Or you can just continue being a dumbass and watching it on, cable television, whatever.
Yeah. Yeah, it is crazy. But they go to commercial. It's not a bad match at all. It's just, you know what I mean? It's got to the point now that, back to this conspiracy theory. Do they go to great athletes and be like, just don't try? We'll get, this is going to be a running theme, by the way. Like, either two things are happening. Morale is so fucking low that Bad News Barrett, Dolph Ziggler, fucking, Dean Ambrose, R-Truth, hashtag give truth a chance. I like the fact that that was trending. Um, you know, is it the point where morale is so fucking low that they just don't give a shit anymore? You know what I mean? Like, all right, whatever. What's the point of fucking trying? Or is it, do you think they're just being told, hey, dude, go out there and not try as much. Don't give it all. You know what I mean? I think it's got to be a point. Because when it comes to Daniel Bryan, we'll get to Daniel Bryan, but it's just, not only is the main event bad, but it's like, oh, you don't like the main event? We're going to punish what you do like about the product. And you're like, all right. Dolph Ziggler wins in a non-title match, and then Dean Ambrose comes out, and he's like, I got the title. I'm stealing FIP CM Punk storylines. I don't know. Maybe match of the night, but like I said, everything was, I enjoyed it. What do you have to say about this match?
Well, I mean, what was R-Truth on commentary? I was talking to somebody on the phone, and I had the sound on mute for most of the match. Why was he out there?
He wanted to give hashtag give truth a chance. Even Zack Ryder retweeted it. Someone tweeted it, sent me a message, and I retweeted it. I don't know. Maybe he's just like, hey, dude, I can, I'm here. Can I go out there?
Did this thought ever go across your mind? Like when he was out there, I was thinking, is he gonna attack Ziggler, and is Ziggler versus R-Truth going to be at WrestleMania? Is this really where Dolph Ziggler's career going to go as far as WrestleMania? I kind of feel like they're gonna throw him into a four-way into this whole Intercontinental title thing just to make a match.
It's possible. It's possible. Like, I mean, the only thing that I'm looking forward to, like, I'm going to be completely honest. This is the worst I've ever felt as a pro wrestling fan as far as the WWE product goes. Because, yeah, Cena, Batista, and Orton was sucked on top. But now they're a publicly traded company, and they're like, oh, fuck the fans. They're gonna, you know what I mean? It's just like, all right, I can root for a last place team. I can root for a fucking, a product that's not at its best. That hope that there's a future. But like, what's even the fucking point? You know what I mean? Like, where the fuck is the future going? I think this is the lowest point I've ever been to be a WWE fan. It's just, yeah, I have no hopes whatsoever. The only thing I hope that happens is that, because there has to be something I'm excited about Mania. I mean, I don't, fucking WrestleMania, I've seen every single fucking one.
WrestleMania?
No, go into WrestleMania. There has to be at least one good match at WrestleMania. That's where I'm going with this.
All I know about is WrestleMania. What the hell is WrestleMania? Yeah.
Well, WrestleMania, I've watched every one. I remember going to a movie theaters. I remember fucking, my whole life, I just remember watching WrestleMania. I grew up as a WCW fan, but still watched WrestleMania. I liked ECW, still watched WrestleMania. And they have to give us one thing that we're excited about. And this is where I'm going with. Dolph Ziggler versus Daniel Bryan. Give them time. You have to give us something. It's so funny because people always come online and be like, the fans don't know what they want. The fans are so greedy. Yeah, all right, congratulations. You made your product so bad that we're just like, dude, give us one fucking match. Just one fucking match. That's it. Can we just have one pro wrestling match on WrestleMania? Could we fucking do that? I mean, is it too much asking? You know what I mean? Like, it's so funny because you'll go to the fucking WWE defenders who actually hate the product but just want to feel superior. Yay! Your fucking life has to mean something. But there has to be something where I'm like, you know what? There has to be a match. There has to be one good match that I'm looking forward to. There's zero matches I look forward to. Like, you know what? I might just fucking skip Mania. Fucking read the results and just pretend I watched it. Fuck. Is it gonna make a fucking difference? Fucking, come on.
Then Barrett, what are they doing with him? Because he's the IC champion, even though Dean Ambrose has the belt. But since he won that belt, he's looked like 200% bitch mode. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah, and all that, but it's just getting fucking ridiculous, dude. The non-title, it's just like, you know what? I tweeted this out, and I'm just give Roman Reigns the fucking title. Can we just get past this WrestleMania? You fucking win. Give Roman Reigns the title. Have fucking Nicki Minaj, I don't know how to pronounce her name. Have fucking...
Minaj.
Yeah, whatever. Have some fucking random celebrity that I don't even know who the fuck they are because I live in Japan. And just have them fucking... Yeah, that's it. Have Roman Reigns and Brock Lesnar stare at each other for 90 fucking minutes. Have fireworks and bright lights. Just let's get this fucking over with. Just give him the fucking title.
I want to see
the fucking title.
Roman Reigns win all the belts at one time, circa Kurt Angle when he won all the belts in TNA.
Yeah, fuck it, dude. But you know what? At least Kurt Angle had matches. Let's not even have matches. Let's just have, dude, let's have a fucking concert. Let's have a bodybuilding contest. Let's have McMahon promos. Let's have the Hall of Fame. Let's have fireworks. And then just at the very end, all the champions that they could have, even the champions they bought. Like, you bring out old champions, like, oh, Rhino, you were the last real ECW champion, and have all the titles that you bought, and just have Roman Reigns sit there while Stephanie McMahon and Triple H rub his nipples, and then drop the fucking titles at his feet. Let's just fucking get this over with. Let's just get it over with. I mean, fuck, dude. Fuck. I mean, dear Triple H, just how much longer do we have to wait for the product to be good? How much longer? How much longer? And not only that, but, you know, I feel bad for Roman Reigns. This is a shoot. I'm not even being sarcastic. I feel bad for Roman Reigns because does he have weaknesses? Without a doubt. Without a doubt he has weaknesses. But they are exposing those weaknesses over and over and over and over again. It's got to the point now that you're going to see a shoot interview 4.5 years from now. 4.5 years. And they're going to be like, oh yeah, they just sent Roman Reigns out there to fail to make John Cena and Orton look good. There's no fucking way they can be like, this is a good idea. And poor fucking Roman Reigns. The Rock, you gotta come in, dude. The Rock, you fucking work the system. The Rock has fucking made tons of money. This is your family member, Rock. Don't go out there at Royal Rumble and lift his fucking hand and look confused like, what? Fans are booing me? What the fuck is this? Go and pull him aside and be like, well, listen, they're fucking you, bro. They're fucking you. But who knows? Maybe just fucking we're always going to have a pathetic face champion on top for the rest of our fucking lives. And they're not even good at telling face fucking stories. Let's cheer this up with a fucking Chuck Norris, but I mean, I'm sorry, Roman Reigns fact. Roman Reigns died 20 years ago. Just death just hasn't been built up the courage to tell him yet. So there you go. Nothing like stuttering on a joke. That really brings it home. All right. So yeah, this happened. Let's go. Bullet Club Biggs is watching us on the Google Plus, on Twitter. Boom, boom, boom. Blood on the Mat has retweeted us. Much love. At Blood on the Mat. M-A-T. Bam. So there you go. I appreciate it. Thank you. Much love. At Thunderskull851. He retweeted us. He liked us, so I appreciate it. It gets the word out there. It really does mean a lot. I know there's a lot of options out there, but the fact that you guys watch us really means a lot. At Wrestling Ranted says, I told you to be a Sting package on the way to WrestleMania, and we'll talk about that. You sent us an awesome Yasukawa versus Yoshiko shoot. That's enjoyable. That's enjoyable. And if we could find access for us to watch it, maybe we'll review that show later on this week. Xavier at Shallow_Wolf says, give Titties Oatmeal the belt so the company can burn in hell. He calls Titus O'Neil Titties Oatmeal. By the way, I didn't. That joke went over my head, and then when he told me the joke, I fucking died laughing. And at DeuceTrey_1906, and this son of a gun is old school. Hashtag give truth a chance. And at Shaner, SHANERR_123, he liked and shared us, and he was on yesterday's show, so much love. All right, boop, boop, boop. All right, you know what, friends? My friends like, this job pays a lot of money. Why are you podcasting? Fuck you. I don't do shit for money. Like my friends, like I'm like, oh yeah, I'll talk to you about that big money deal. That's not that big, but for how little I have to work is a big deal. And I'm like, no, I got a podcast. And he's like, are you fucking for real? I'm like, yes, I'm fucking for real. What do I look like, Roman Reigns? All right, boom, boom, boom. Oh man, we got a live comments. Let's. What do you want to do? Live comments or one more match? Let's
go
get
one more match. Okay.
One more match? All right, let's do one more match, and we're gonna come to YouTube. We can't get too far behind on the YouTube comments because last night we missed like 50 of them, and we can't go as long. All right, if you rate these 5 roundhouse kicks, I don't even know. Let's skip that one. Roman Reigns has already been to Mars. That's why there's no signs of life. Nice, Roman Reigns. All right, let's go to the next match. Yeah, Bad News Barrett versus Dolph Ziggler. Disappointing, just because it just seems like they're fucking either gave up hope or told to fucking mail it the fuck in, and commercials and all that. All right, let's go. Next, backstage. For love of fucking God, can something trend on Twitter and WWE not fucking use it in a goddamn promo? Stephanie McMahon proves fucking... This is a can of worms. She's like, you don't respect me because I'm just a fucking woman. No, I don't respect you because you came out of the right fucking vagina and you've never accomplished anything in your fucking life except steal China's fucking boyfriend. That's why we don't fucking respect you. Don't fucking go all feminist like you're a fucking powerful fucking woman. You're a fucking whore that fucking got a company. Alright? At least Shane McMahon tried his own shit. At least fucking Linda tried her own shit. If Linda McMahon was cutting this promo, you don't respect me, I'm just a woman. Oh, hey, dude, more power to you. Fucking go feminist. Go girl power. If fucking, anyone on the roster not named Stephanie McMahon pulled the on the strong feminist type, they would have a great point. They would be role models. You're a fucking whore that came out of the right vagina. That is the only thing you've done. You gotta, respect me because I'm just a woman. Get it? That was on the Oscars last night. That's what I want. I just want some fucking random fucking guy. Zack Ryder's not doing anything. I want Zack Ryder to be in the background of every fucking promo, every fucking commentary team, and he says nothing except when they steal something that's trending. I just want to be like, get it? That was on the Oscars last night. Get it? That's what fucking. All right, Stephanie. But they brought back Randy Orton, and I hope they keep teasing Randy Orton as a tweener. Because, like I said, I am a huge Randy Orton fan, but I mean, I'm a huge Randy Orton hater. But I respect his character, and he's way more enjoyable as a tweener. All right, and of course they stared at each other. Next, we'll talk about this, then we'll go to comments, because this made me feel happy. You know what? It's weird. It doesn't make me feel happy too often. WWE Raw is so fucking depressing. And trust me, I'm a Bucks fan. I could sit through some shitty seasons. I don't know if anyone knows because we got an international audience. The Bucks are an NFL team that, let's just say that they're not easy to root for all the time, okay? I think that's the safest way to say it without hurting my beloved Buccaneers' feelings. But, I could go through a shitty fucking season, a shitty fucking show, but you have to give me some fucking hope. There has to be goddamn joy somewhere, right? At least the Bucks have awesome rookies. They have the #1 draft pick. Their uniforms look sexy. I don't fucking know, but there has to be something. Here they threw us a little bit of a bone. The Ascension goes out there to go against the primetime players, and I was already negative Nelly mode already. I was in the internet infantry chat, and I was like, fuck, they brought the primetime players back for this? This is what they fucking do with their life? All right. And I was convinced that the Ascension was going to beat the living fucking piss out of them. And everyone's like, no, give it time. And usually when people say give it time, that's just an excuse for fuck you, you're getting fucked. But no, I was like, all right. And when the primetime players beat the Ascension, I felt something that I haven't felt in a long time.
Was it tag team match player?
It was called joy. I was like, yay! What's this feeling? I did this thing with my mouth. It was called smiling. It was such a great feeling. I don't know how people feel about the primetime players, but my personal opinion, when the primetime players were a tag team, I thought they were at the perfect spot where they were. I don't think they should have been pushed. But the whole time they were there, I was like, oh, one day the primetime players are going to be pushed up and get their push and be in the spotlight. But as soon as like there was a little bit of a push, they broke up. And it was a bit of a mystery. There's a lot of rumors that, they didn't get along, maybe the TMZ, who knows what the fucking rumors were about, what's true, what's not. It was pretty tight-lipped, but it was a mystery of, like, why the fuck these guys just turn on each other, And now they're back together, and I hope, maybe with the Ascension loss, it makes them more human. Maybe the commentary team won't bury them as much, because I'm not a fan of the Ascension, but at the same time, there's a trend in WWE. I'm not fans of these people, but they're booked so fucking horribly, you just feel bad for them. I'm not a fan of the Ascension, but I feel bad for their booking. But with primetime players beating them, maybe a little bit human, they starting a new feud right there, bringing up new tag teams. Maybe this is a thing that could help them out instead of, I don't know. But I was actually, it brought me joy. I like the primetime players. I thought before they broke up the first time, they should have been pushed to at least a WWE title run. And now they're back together. Granted, I am a Florida Gator, so, I by law, I'm a Florida Gator fan. I actually went to a fucking shittier, more expensive school, but I don't want to talk about that. I might just go to Florida just to fucking one class, so I can be like, I got all my degrees here, I'm a Gator. Fuck the school I really went to. Fucking, oh, we're so fucking snobbish. Look at us. We're the Harvard of Florida. Fuck you, school. Anyway, the primetime players win. It brings me joy, and I hope that they do something with them, because I always thought they had potential, and then as soon as that potential started paying off, they're like, oh, let's break up for no fucking reason at all.
Black guys getting over in WWE. We got to stop that momentum train.
Yeah. Well, not only that, but also they had a manager that was really entertaining, and then he told the Kobe Bryant joke, which, let's be completely honest, it's an awkward situation. But if he was white, he would still have his job. There's no fucking way he wouldn't have his job. None. You know what I mean? If he was white, if he was friends with Triple H, he would have his job. But no, he was not white. And he actually did something what a human and a man should do. Fight for him, fight for his right to party or something. And, that hurt the primetime players a lot too. But then once they went on their own, they started doing pretty well. I enjoy the primetime players. I'm not going to put them up there with the Young Bucks or the Usos, but for WWE standards, they should have run a decent run with the primetime players. And not only that, but I think Titus O'Neil and Young, their characters together as a tag team are strong enough to be a good tag team. And I'm talking characters entertainment-wise. I think separately they're not strong enough to be a tag team. Like that millions of dollars, you know what I mean? I think, just talking entertainment character-wise, they're at a level where if they're together, they can be very entertaining. Them on YouTube, I don't know if you watch the YouTube after stuff, but the primetime players on YouTube, I thought were very enjoyable. I thought they were the MVPs of YouTube when they were together. But yeah, I like the primetime players. I'm not going to put them up there with the Young Bucks. I'm not going to put them up there with the Usos. But they're very entertaining, and I think they're good enough to have WWE Tag Team Golds. And I think they're perfect for each other. And the Ascension, I'm not big fans of them, but at the same time, you feel bad for an ass whooping. It's like that one guy. You're like, I don't like that guy. And then they get an ass whooping. And you're like, all right, that's enough. That's enough. Come on. I might not like them, but come on. We don't need an ass whooping like that. Your thoughts on this match and the primetime players getting back together?
Well, let me go back to the, not Ascension, but the Authority thing. Did you notice that Seth Rollins just kept looking at the camera? It reminded me of that little meme of that blonde girl who's like with the buck teeth looking at the camera.
Yeah. It's just awkward. I don't know, they're supposed to be an entertainment company, and I want to do a fun show where it's the top 10 why WWE's movies fucking failed. Someone did it on Bleacher Report or something. It was like, they're supposed to be an entertainment company, but you know what they're worse than wrestling? Is entertainment. Like, no, seriously, they're supposed to be an entertainment company. Go look at the Slammies. I know the Oscars just recently happened. Look how an entertainment company runs an award show. Then WWE Sports Entertainment. Look at the ESPYs. It's just funny because, like, we're entertainment. We're not pro wrestling. But every aspect of entertainment, you fail. You fucking fail. Your movies fail. Your fucking football fucking league fails. Your bodybuilding league fails. Your award shows fail. And all that, but look at this segment. It is so fucking bad. But just, it's fucking pro wrestling. And fucking, you're like, alright, it's a shitty fucking segment. It's WWE. I guess we have to accept it. But if you're pounding the fucking horn, this is entertainment, this is entertainment. Review that segment, not as a wrestling fan. Review it as a TV show watcher. Could you imagine that awkwardness on any network television show, any cable show? Like, yeah, okay, maybe indie wrestling would be that awkward. Maybe an art school film would be that awkward. Maybe a podcast would be that awkward. But on fucking national television, nothing's that awkward. And I've seen some really bad television shows. Like, there was one that I watched with my wife. It was about a mom who was also a spy and her son gets kidnapped. By far, one of the worst television shows I've ever seen in my fucking life. By far. That television show is more, you know, I mean, there's television, I mean, I'm gonna drop a bomb. I'm gonna drop a bomb. Haven't seen it, but I'm gonna drop it. I bet you this scene isn't nowhere near as awkward as 50 Shades of Grey. Like, you put this acting in 50 Shades of Grey, and someone will be like, wow, they really stepped down from the last scene. It's fucking horrible. Look at it. Just go back and look. So you can't fucking toot we're entertainment when you fail miserably at everything.
They're trying to force guys who aren't actors like Seth Rollins into acting type roles. He has to
not only actors, they're not even fucking wrestlers. Straight up, it's a bodybuilding federation. That's what it is. It's a bodybuilding federation, and fucking even as a bodybuilding federation, it fucking fails. It's just, you can't toot it's entertainment. No, and then, no why? Go. I think American a la carte. Are you a writer? I forgot if you are or not. But
I'm not a professional writer, but
okay. Well, that's good enough. As long as you write in your heart, that's all. Yeah. I've written a play, screenplays. None of it was made, but I got paid. So it's like, yay! I'm good enough to get paid. Not good enough to get a movie made, and that's a huge step. I know, like, haters will make fun of you, but that's a huge step considering I live in Tokyo. But, you know, if you go talk to your writing friends and be like, oh, pro wrestling, I like it, I enjoy it, there's storytelling. There's a reason. Go talk to anyone that watches television. Go talk to anyone that writes television. It's a fucking joke, and they choose it to be. They choose it to be. Soap operas ain't this fucking bad. Go watch that segment. I challenge you to watch that segment and say this is good television. You know, you're going to get those guys that, well, I want to be a writer in WWE. I want to fucking feel superior on YouTube. No. Erase all those thoughts. Just watch that segment as if it was a television show and be like, would you watch that? Would you fucking watch that? They fucking fail at entertainment. End of story. Fucking do what you do best.
I like how Seth had the result, so not looking at the camera, so he just started staring at Stephanie's boobs in front of Triple H.
All right, well, let's cheer up the moods. Here we go. Some magicians walk on water. Roman Reigns can swim through land. Once again, Chuck Norris facts. We're changing it to Roman Reigns. All right, boom, boom, boom. Let's fucking rock these live comments. I heart video games. Oh wait, first thing I gotta say before the show starts. Well, we're a little late on this. Is I started to watch the program because I figured, well, my day was going to hell anyway, so might as well watch Raw. After that Randy Orton segment, I was like, I saw the Ark of the Covenant, and then I was like, no, fuck this, I'm out. Nothing is worth this pain. Also, this has to be the second time ever I caught KocoSports live. I'm proud of myself. Hey, congratulations. Sorry we had a late start. I had a huge Randy Orton, and it clogged up my toilet. That's not even a joke. That's straight up shoot. Like it's funny because I told American a la carte, like, oh, I'm gonna be a couple minutes late because I clogged my toilet with a Randy Orton. He's like, haha, that's a good one. But no, really. Monatugo6 says, horrendous loss. If there's a Razzies equivalent to the Slammies, this might be an early nod for the Lifetime Achievement Award. There actually is. What do they call it? Fuck. Shit, there's a website that does the worst. It's not Botchamania. It's something else. And they give out awards for the worst in wrestling. Fuck. Boom Boom's a huge fan of it. Do you know what I'm talking about? That website? Who does, like, the worst storylines and the worst Hall of Fame and all that?
I can look it up. I'm looking up right now. Worst.
Yeah, no, but like this guy was like the original and kind of the staple of it. Fuck, I can't think of it. He wrote a book. He has a website. So, I'm not doing this because I don't want to plug him. I'm doing it because I've been punching the fucking head a lot.
What was it? WrestleCrap?
Yes, WrestleCrap, and they give out their awards. Check out WrestleCrap. WrestleCrap does it. Brianna Jackson, the queen of the internet imagery, says, hashtag give divas a chance is trending on Twitter. No, hashtag give women's wrestlers a chance. But yeah, thank you. That's pretty cool. That's actually pretty damn cool, you know. Rusev #1, Lana #1, Cena. Ha! Fooey! That's from Thomas Sabrowski. Peter Gellin says, oh my god, this is the worst wrestling show I've ever seen in my life. Whew, I hope he's not talking about our podcasts. It was 191 minutes of nothing. Oh, he's definitely talking about the podcast. First hour had one match. Oh, phew, it's Raw. First hour had one match. Then second hour had one match. That was bad. To finish things up with nothing, watching 190 minutes of Iron Man match between Boogeyman versus Samba Simba would have been better than this. Yeah, I didn't know they only had one match ever. It's the thing. Like, I've been beaten down. I don't know if I should be doing Raw reviews anymore. I've been beaten down. Like, I can't. I'm a zombie. Like, it's just like, oh, whatever. You know, it's like the Buccaneers fucking just punting fucking 97 fucking times a game. You're just like, I'm here. But not once did the Buccaneers tell me, oh, I hate fucking online football fans. Larry Hammer. Dog the Hunter reigns. Nice. I don't really know much about Dog the Hunter except for online jokes. Is he as big of a joke as the online presence makes him out to be?
I mean, his show was alright, but it was kind of the samey. I'm going to go get this guy because he's on probation or whatever. You want a cigarette? Tough times. You know, you got to get back on your feet, blah, blah, blah. So it was just, you know, reality show TV trash. You know how it goes.
Gotcha. Yeah, because it's so weird because, like, you know, I don't really keep up with American pop culture except for pro wrestling and Tampa Bay sports and hockey. So, like, a lot of times people will be like, oh, do you know about, you know, a famous person A? And I'm like, no. Like, here's a crazy fact, and we'll get back to wrestling, I assure you. I never heard a Justin Bieber song until, like, maybe 4 years ago. And I only heard it once. And the reason I heard it is because I taught at a all-girls class. And they're like, oh, can we do music and learn the words? I was like, sure. And they were like, oh, we want to hear Justin Bieber. And I just remember his online reputation, like, Justin Bieber. And then, like, I sat back, I'm like, you know, I never fucking ever heard a Justin Bieber song. I'm a fucking hypocritical asshole. It wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be, but still, you know. Not my cup of tea. Malik Douglas. Glad to see American Alucard as a regular. He's cool. All right, well, you got the thumbs up from American Alucard. When it comes to our co-hosts, I try to do a show every day, and a lot of people have real-life responsibilities, so we just give passes. Like, once you've earned your way in, you get a gold card. So American Alucard is welcome back anytime. But also check out his channel, too. Just in case there's some YouTube drama later. You can be like, I always hated that Coco guy. And I'll be like, oh, American Alucard only used me for my views.
YouTube drama.
Yeah. Have you ever seen that shit? Like, I don't know, people really get wrapped up in that shit. Like, here's an idea. You know how you sum up all YouTube drama? Yeah, I don't really feel like working with you anymore. Have a good day. That's it. You don't have to make a video. You know, I don't know. But yeah, people get into that shit. And then the funny thing is people get into it so much that people start making up fake YouTube drama. I was just all right. I guess that's what you want to fucking do. All right. And Malik Douglas goes on. Anyway, why don't you guys like Roman Reigns? He's beautiful. He's gorgeous. He's the greatest thing that could ever happen to wrestling. Do you know that Barack Obama is giving a Medal of Honor to Reigns next week? No, that's not fair. Roman Reigns is giving Barack Obama a medal. I don't know. There's people that like legit. Why do you hate him? And I'll answer this legit because it's my perfect answer. A lot of people, when they see themselves as Vince McMahon or John Cena, and that's why they defend WWE. They're like, wow, I could one day be Vince McMahon. Wow, one day I could be John Cena. Wow, one day people are going to hate me because I'm so great. Stop thinking like that, all right? Think like this. Bring it down to your world. I don't care where you work. And last time, dude, people got pissed. People got pissed. I made a joke about janitors and having a hard time, and holy shit, I'm going to try to stay away from that. I don't, you know, if you have a job, dude, more power to you. I didn't fucking, holy shit, you should have seen some of the fucking tweets. But the thing is, if you fucking like Roman Reigns or John Cena or someone that's handed everything because of their connections or because of their looks or because of who their daddy is, then go to work, any job you have, and look at someone who's above you, that isn't talented, who is good looking, who is given everything, and maybe a family member. Go to that person, hug them, and say, I'm a fan of yours. And then if you can do that, then I believe you're a Roman Reigns fan. I believe you're a John Cena fan. But I'm sorry. I grew up as an ugly person. I grew up as a poor person. I grew up fucking not getting anything from my fucking parents. So maybe I'm fucking bitter. But you know what? If I meet someone who owns their own business and it's a family business, I automatically lose respect for them. Automatically. I run businesses around the world. I have people that have, you know, rich dads that were given everything and they still hustle and loyal. But I'm telling you, if I don't know you, like me and Alucard meet up in Tokyo, and he's like, I run my own business. I'm like, oh, I run a couple of my own businesses too. And I shake your hand, and you say, oh, I run a family business. I automatically break you down on a whole nother level. And it's wrong. It's wrong. But that's the way I think. And that's why I don't like Roman Reigns or John Cena. I hate when people are just handed shit. If they were the most talented people in the world, then, like, here's an example. I don't like Undertaker. I'm not a fan of Undertaker. Please don't dislike the video. I understand some people like Undertaker, but I respect him. He worked for fucking everything he got. You can't say that about a lot of these fucking WWE Golden Boys. I do not like Undertaker, but I respect Undertaker. Who's his dad? Who knows? Who fucking, you know what I mean? He just fucking, and not only that, but he took a gimmick that Undertaker, let's be honest, if anyone but Undertaker is Undertaker, it fails miserably.
Superly.
I mean, could you see Roman Reigns as Undertaker? And he took that and he busted his ass. And if you want to say, hustle, loyalty, respect, yeah, busting your ass and being loyal to a company is so much more easier than, oh, I'm loyal to WWE. Well, no shit, they handed you everything. It's like being loyal to the wife that brings home fucking hot-ass fucking girls that suck your dick. Yeah, it's easy to be loyal to that wife. The fat ones who fucking never give you fucking anything, they're the hard ones to be loyal to. So, yeah, if people always say, why do you hate Roman Reigns? Then fucking go to your real-life job. And I don't mean to knock real-life jobs. Trust me, I regret even making that joke yesterday because I just grew up poor where a fucking job is a job, you know. But fucking go to your job and find the most worthless fucking tool and hug them and say you're a fan. That's what it feels like when people say, why don't you like Roman Reigns or John Cena? They were handed everything. They were handed everything. He's the hardest worker. When's the last time John Cena was on fucking SmackDown? When's the last time John Cena fucking was on Saturday Night fucking Slam? You know what? I think when John Cena didn't show up on Saturday Morning Slam every single week, you can't say he's a hard worker anymore. You can't say he's for children anymore.
Then he only does like house shows, like at special events, like New York or whatever.
Yep. So fucking don't go there. And not only that, but hustle, loyalty, respect. Who's trying to get their own fucking reality TV show? If you want to respect someone because of hard work, Respect The Undertaker. Don't respect Roman Reigns. Don't respect John Cena. And even Triple H, you know? I mean, Triple H isn't as bad as Cena and Reigns. At least he fucking had a win over Stephanie. Fucking these motherfuckers don't even have to sleep with Stephanie McMahon.
I mean, that's not really a punishment, sleeping with Steph McMahon. I mean, that's kind of like a joy, maybe. I don't know.
I love Stephanie McMahon, but when she comes off acting like she's a fucking feminist leader, that's where I draw the line. That's where I draw. Like, dude, are her titties amazing? Is she good looking? Is she a strong, powerful woman? Without a doubt. But when she's like, you don't respect, no, fuck you. We don't respect you because you were handed everything in life. That's why we don't respect you. It has nothing to do with your vagina. Nothing. Drew Christ 55 says, missed a chunk of Raw. Did Orton turn heel? I think the best way to describe that, and we'll get into more detail, is tweener. He's still part of the Authority, but it's like, ooh, when's he gonna do it? When's he gonna go? When's he gonna go? I actually, even though I hate Randy Orton, well, I enjoy the storyline. Even if it's storyline that builds up to a match with Rollins at Mania, it's still extremely stupid because the initial turn killed any remaining momentum Orton had, and fans have to invest from the bottom up. I think it's stupid if he turns heel, but I think if he stays tweener and says fuck off, I think Randy Orton sucks at being a face. Horrible at being a face. Certain types of people like him as a heel, but me personally, I think he has to be a tweener. Just fucking go out there, because there isn't any good main event tweeners. And right now he's skating it. Chris Richards says Roman raisins for life. I don't know why. I feel like a little kid. Anytime someone calls them Roman raisins, I laugh. Alex the Sauce Boss lost. There was some good stuff, but 2 hours is too long. LOL. I think it's 3 hours. I think that was 3 hours, man. How often? Dude, here's the thing. Any event, I know when it ends. Raw is so fucking long and so goddamn tedious that I'm always like in the chat room. How much more time do we have? How much more? You know what I mean? Like, I need to fucking know. I need to know. Roman 1, King of Millennials. And that's from Matsuku6. Yeah, remember when they were making fun of millennials? Fucking old people. You know, listen, I'm not a millennial. But I'm going to completely tell you something, millennials. We fucked you. We fucked you hard. You know, I'm going to talk for my generation, and then I'm going to fucking throw my parents' generation under the bus. Millennials, you have to, basically, you and your kids have to save the world. Around the World War II, worldwide, I think that was the peak of human beings being good. They call it the greatest generation ever. And I'm not even talking about the war. If you just go through history, the generation that was around during World War II is seriously the greatest generation. The baby boomers, that would be my parents, are the worst fucking human beings imaginable. When history's rewritten, everyone will be like, oh, the baby boomers are the worst. Now, you can't fucking go, Mom and Dad, you're fucking so horrible without throwing you under the bus. I think my generation, which is in between baby boomers and millennials, the laziest fucking generation ever. We're like, what? Our parents are robbing everything? Fuck them. They're good. We got a Nintendo. We got Super Nintendo. So it was from the greatest generation to the worst generation to the laziest. And then people my age and my parents look at you and go, why the fuck did you fuck up the world, millennials? It's bullshit, dude. You are fucked, and you have to be great, or the world is fucking crumbling as we know. No pressure from the laziest generation ever. And from the and let me tell you, if there's a fucking baby boomer out there, go fuck yourself. You fucking because like, here's the thing, if you're fucking, I hate when people study history or use history and act like their fucking generation was the greatest. Go fuck yourself. This generation, if they unfuck half the problems your grandparents, us did, you will be the greatest generation of all time. Hopefully you're not as lazy as us. But anyone who talks bad about the millennials like Vince McMahon, fuck him, dude. Let's look at Vince McMahon. They were handed everything. Now, Roman Reigns is handed everything. They were handed everything. Vince, what was it like starting your own promotion? What? How was it like, Vince, how was it like starting your own business? Vince, is there a business that you started that hasn't failed?
It's,
Oh, no. We really this ain't quiet silence for fucking comedic effect. We actually have Vince McMahon on the phone. Vince, you there? Sting too? All right. I'll just wait. You tell me a company you started on your own. Shane McMahon, he fucking made a company on his own. Is very successful. What about you? I'm sorry. We're gonna have to let you go, Vince. You know, you can have a Randy Orton and Sting promo go on forever, but we can't have Vince McMahon. Ladies and gentlemen, breaking news: we had Vince McMahon on KocoSports. But yeah, fuck that fucking shit, dude. You're fucked. Joshua Green says one positive note, and we will be doing a Stump the Idiot tomorrow. Joshua Green has bought a T-shirt, an Internet Infantry T-shirt at KocoSports.net. You can go there and buy one now, and we're in a very small company. But if you buy one, send a picture with you wearing it or holding it up. We will do a Stump the Idiot, which is our pro wrestling Q&A show. 5 questions just for you, and the 5 questions is just iffy. You can send more. Like, everyone that I've ever said, like, we'll answer 5 questions. They're like, bitch, we bought a T-shirt. Answer 19. Like, all right, you did buy a T-shirt. So, appreciate it. Thank you. One positive note. Heyman didn't have to indirectly tell the crowd when to cheer or boo for the first time in weeks. Well, I guess that's good. We'll get to that. All right. We will be getting to more live comments. We'll try to get to all of them. If we can't, we can't. I thought it was cool that they showed The Rock at the Oscars. I didn't know Hero 6. I didn't pay any attention to the Oscars, and I don't watch many movies. But is it called Hero 6? Because it's called something else in Japan. Is that the animated one with the white guy?
Big 6.
Oh, Big 6. Yeah, okay. Sorry, it's got a different name here in Japan. I didn't know Big 6 won the Academy Award, so I mean, or Oscar. I thought that was kind of cool. I enjoyed that movie. It was cool to see The Rock up there. Nothing but success. I wish that more wrestlers that would follow in Rock's footsteps and be successful, especially wrestlers I hate. Batista, I want you nothing but success. Orton, Roman Reigns, like in the list. Like, it's so weird. I don't know if I'm become too hippie-ish, but it's got to the point now where if I absolutely despise you, I wish you success in something else. You know what I mean? Like, if John Cena was a fucking left wrestling forever and was movies and rap, I would buy every fucking product he ever had. Just don't come back. Don't. But Dave Batista, I love Dave Batista the person. As soon as he steps in that ring, I hope he fucking dies. Like, it's like, oh, Dave Batista, Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu in Tampa. Oh, Dave Batista, fucking martial arts from around the world. Oh, Dave Batista, Marvel movies. Dave Batista, actor. You're the fucking greatest. As soon as he steps past that rope, I hope you fucking die! Why did you do this to us, Dave? Why?
Deal with it.
So there you go. Oh, here's the promo. You know what? Let me recap. Alucard, you could tell me if I'm wrong. I don't remember this correctly. First off, respect. Roman Reigns gets out there, cuts a promo. You know, time for a Roman Reigns fact. Roman Reigns and Superman, a.k.a. John Cena, once fought each other at a bar. The loser had to start wearing his underwear on the outside of his pants. So, there you go. I don't even think that's a joke. Come on, Chuck Norris facts. You really fucked me on that one here. I feel like I'm a comedian with writers now. Like, all right, let's try another one. Roman Reigns has a grizzly bear carpet in his room. The bear isn't dead. It's just afraid to move. Thank you. There you go. Give your ChuckNorrisFacts.com. They have no idea we exist, but we're stealing their jokes and replacing it with Roman Reigns all night tonight. Roman Reigns goes out there, he cuts a fucking promo. You've heard it all before. He's fucking great. Fucking people fucking boo me, and that makes me sad. And then Daniel Bryan comes out there, and it looks like he's going to cut a promo, but right about now, who gives a shit? Daniel Bryan is fucking completely fucking sold out. You know what, Daniel Bryan? Get fucking paid. Get as much money as you can. Listen, Daniel Bryan, a lot of people hold Ultimate Warrior, you know, they when they talk bad about Ultimate Warrior, they talk about when Ultimate Warrior held up Vince McMahon for more money. I hope you were backstage, but I ain't going out there. I am not going out there unless you pay me more. I hope you're getting fucking paid, because you basically gave a blowjob to Roman Reigns on fucking national television. Well, Daniel Bryan goes out there, and he's like, you know what? And he starts off a promo, but he's like, yeah, you don't fucking deserve nothing. And then he's like, but I respect you. You son of a bitch. I respect you. And then he got on his knees, and he's like, may I? And Roman Reigns is like, are you sure? And Daniel Bryan's like, I need to know the taste of your cock. And he's like, it's Samoan cherry. And he's like, oh, it tastes wonderful. And then, for the rest of this promo is like gargle, 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 gargle. I mean, they censored it out because it was for PG, but that happened. And then after that,
I think Roman said beforehand, he was like, wipe your lips first.
Yeah. And then after that, he wipes off his face, and then Paul Heyman comes out and he's like, I'm fucking jealous. I am beyond fucking jealous. I want to taste your fucking cock. And Roman Reigns is like, I don't know, you're bald. You might have fucking Brock Lesnar or ECW fucking cum still stuck in your mouth. And Paul Heyman's like, no, I will fucking suck your cock clean. And, that's what happened. Basically, it was the most pathetic fucking thing ever. They just put them both over. At least Paul Heyman kind of told a story. Daniel Bryan, dude, get money. When a prostitute fucking... you know what? I wouldn't be surprised if Roman Reigns gets fired. I mean, if Warren Sapp gets fired for having a fucking miscommunication with a prostitute, Roman Reigns should get fired if he doesn't pay Daniel Bryan's full price. I mean, he should be like, $300, I'll go down on you. And he's like, halfway. I'm like, I'm going to change my mind. I need some more. I think, you know what? If that's fair. That is fair. It is beyond fucking ridiculous. And this is where I ask. It got a little naughty. I'm sorry that we got naughty. Nowadays, people are so offended. Stop being offended, by the way.
What about the Daniel Bryan? He did make some cool points. Like, the reason people don't like you is because, when they see you, they see the typical Vince McMahon push guy. But when they see me, they see a guy that's hardworking in the future of the company and all that. That was pretty cool. But then it made a downslope after that.
Yeah, and it's just sad. I mean, because not only that, but like, it's like, yay, you're pushing another super face by the expense of the guys who are over. Oh, I get it. I see the situation. It's got, this is where I want, and I'll try to get to you. Right now, if you are a Roman Reigns fan and you're hearing this voice, even if it's not live, if you watch it in post, if you hear my voice right now and you made it through the fucking bad cocksucking jokes, if you can get past that and you hear my voice right now, please tell me why this isn't over-the-top ridiculous. Like, even if this was pushing Daniel Bryan, if this was a push for CM Punk, Dolph Ziggler, Okada, Nakamura, I'd be like, yo, too much. Too fucking much. It's just he's handed everything. So I want to hear on Twitter, because I'll get to the tweets faster than the YouTube comments, at KocoSports. And I don't want to get into this whole, you fucking only hate Roman Reigns because you hate your life. You only hate Roman. I'm John Cena's fucking hero. Shoot, we'll get to that. I am fucking John Cena's hero. So I'm going to go with no. Tell me why you don't think it's too much, or tell me why you enjoy it. That's what I want to know. That's what I want to know. And be sincere. Don't be a fucking troll. We have enough of those on YouTube. And sadly, 90% of them don't even know they're trolls. Here's the thing. If you're on YouTube and you're like, this product is great, and someone meets you in person and looks you in the eye and like, oh, it fucking sucks, you are fucking worse than a troll. You're a piece of shit. Now, if you truly enjoy the product, great. But yeah, there's not too many that actually pretty much enjoy the product. You enjoy making fun of passionate pro wrestling fans. All right, let's go to some live comments. Dude, they did everything to get this guy over. I know I'm being a little bit sarcastic, but it was sickening. All right, boom, boom, boom. Roman Reigns can cut through a hot knife with butter. Let's see. We're going to KocoSports Internet Infantry Chat first. Let's see. Boop, boop, boop. Oh, man, how far did you guys go back? I'm sorry, I'm retarded. Alright, I'll just start here. If I missed some of your comments, I apologize. Thunderskull851 says Roman Reigns works out 72 hours a day, every day, almost as much as Ryback, who works out 73 hours a day. Thunderskull is really trying to fucking get the Ryback jokes back. For the record, Roman Raises was created by my friend on Facebook. No way! We'll have to check it out. There's a Roman Raisins page. But you know what? It only makes sense, because Roman Raisins fucking did it. Punky says, this just in, Reigns has been declared the new pope. Yeah, he's just a new religion. Roman Reigns doesn't ask for blowjobs. Blowjobs ask for him. Awesome, awesome. All right, let's see. Bullet Club Biggs and Google+. What's up, everyone? I thought Raw was straight. Hashtag give truth a chance. Hashtag give truth a chance. I'm not going to lie. I wish I looked like Roman Reigns. I don't know. I'm not that much into looks. Like, it's weird. Maybe. If I did, I know I'd be slamming a different woman every night. That's a possibility. But even then, no. I'd rather have, like, especially if it's for like, women, I would rather be, like, a skinny, young, pop star-looking motherfucker. Because when you're, like, 7 feet fucking tall, like Roman Reigns, you're only going to have to get athletic chicks. And I like fucking short little chicks. You know, no one's going to be like, oh, look at that. There's a 5 foot fucking 2 bickety bam bickety boom hottie. That's old school New Jersey slang there.
Have you seen his wife?
Yeah, so I'm like, you know, yeah, granted, would I want better looks? I assure you, I am not a very good looking man. But would I want to look like Roman Reigns? No. What fucking short girl's going to be like, yeah, I want a fucking 7 foot guy to fucking plow me? I don't know. Maybe there's some fucking whores out there, but I'm saying, like, no. If you're like a skinny pop star looking motherfucker, you're getting them all. You know what I mean? You're getting, like, in shape, skinny, like, you know what I mean? I don't know, because, like, look at those. What's that Christian rock band? That's kind of Christian rock band. It goes everywhere. They're in Japan now. That's the only reason I know about them. But there's like this band of like white skinny fucking dudes. And it's like people go absolutely crazy for them on the Twitter. You know what band I'm talking about?
Creed? No, it can't be Creed because they got.
No. It's newer and younger. It's newer and younger. But there's this like white fucking Christian group, and they just go around, and people go absolutely fucking insane for them. That's the type of look I'd want. What is it?
Switchfoot?
No. I don't know what they're called, but that's not it. I don't know. It's a Christian band, and girls go absolutely insane for them. They're like a white pop band. Anyway, but yeah, I would rather, like, if you're going off looks, I wouldn't want to look like Roman Reigns. Now, granted, Roman Reigns is probably intimidated, but at the same time, how often, I was 5'11" nothing, and, I was a bouncer. And as a bouncer, 5'11" nothing in security, I could just ask people to leave, and they wouldn't be like, oh, I'm going to fight you. But as soon as you're, like, reach 6.5 feet, or you're big and you look like Roman Reigns, people are like, well, I could beat a guy up like you. And it's, I don't know. No. I would rather be like a fucking skinny pop star motherfucker that looks cute, and the other girl's like, ah! Than Roman Reigns. Because no one's going to go, ah! And none of that, but yeah, granted, does he get fine ass? I'm sure he does. It's probably some of the most beautiful girls in the world. But it's just athletic chicks that probably can take the cock. And if that's your style, hey, look like Roman Reigns. But, I want them all. I want the chubby, the fat, the tall, the skinny, the athletic. I want them all. You can't get them all looking like Roman Reigns. I think we went way too in-depth with that fucking answer. Ollie on KocoSports. Let's see. Thunderskull. He liked to tweet at us. Appreciate it. All right, Kevin Eric Snell, and his thing is at KEVENOCH on Twitter. Please follow him. Really funny guy. Also part of the Internet Infantry. He retweeted us. Outside Interference favored us. And Sam Chapman, at Sam Chapman 5, at KocoSports. I love that white stuff. Fuck me so hard. Bend me over. Open up those cheeks. Fuck me. I think he just wanted me to say that on air. I see. I'm like the fucking, what's his name? Ron Burgundy. You fucking write it. I'll read it. I'm not scared, homie. That clip's going to be everywhere. Like, yay! But oh well. Oh, come on, Facebook. Well, it's an off-topic question. You ready? Off-topic question. Everyone that uses Facebook, has it been logging you out like every 10 fucking seconds for the last like week? This week, it's like, logged out, would you like to log in? I'm like, bitch, I'm still on your page! How are you gonna log me out? I don't know, dude. I've been logging out like crazy. Rob, our co-host who watches Raw late, his response on Facebook, I'm 15 minutes into Raw, this is how suicide happens. Christian Siebold on... Oh, I shouldn't have said his fucking full name. I apologize. If you lose a job because you listen to this, I'll deny it and said I mispronounced it. Christian says, in 19... Oh, all right. He says, last night on the live stream was fun. It was cool to get my comments right. Oh, no problem. And in 1984, Ryback broke The Undertaker's WrestleMania streak before it even started, but WWE covered it up, mind-wiped the crowd, and tried again the next year. As for Undertaker, he was injured with 90 broken bones and couldn't wrestle again until 1990. This is falsely said to be his WWE debut. Well, there you go, and knowing is half the battle. I mean, I'm glad that Roman Reigns opened up the door for guys like Undertaker. All right, boom, boom, boom. No page. I meant the joke itself. Oh, okay. There's no page. Listen, Internet Inventory, we need to make a Roman Reigns page right now where we just fucking talk about how great Roman Reigns is. Thunderskull851 says, I officially decided to make a Roman Reigns face page now. Dude, that is results. That's getting shit done. Now, granted, he wrote that before I fucking said that. So thank you for the indirectly giving me the idea. No problem. I will go there and we'll just fucking have fun putting Roman Reigns over. And then all that, but then we can recruit real Roman Reigns fans and find out what they're thinking. Because, you know, Roman Reigns fans are like, what? This is the thing about John Cena fans and Roman Reigns fans. They don't have the balls to stand up for themselves. Because they're always like, you're the hate the dinner. You're the hate Roman Reigns. And like, well, no, actually, this is why. Pshoo, gone. Gone. I think the reason why Roman Reigns and John Cena have fan base is because there's so many cowards out there. You know? And so many times people are like, I don't like your show, it's too negative. I don't like your show because at fucking 4 hours and 76 minutes into it, I disagreed with you. Bro. Bring your points. Just bring your points. All right, and trust me, I'll read anything. If I read the last Twitter, I'll read anything. Sam Chapman has a thing. For real though, out of all the superstars in WWE, which one of them would you most want to look like and why? At Sam Chapman 5. Well, this is tough. This is like a legit question, you know. And I put a lot of thought into this because a lot of times people, when you fucking talk shit about wrestlers, they're like, oh, this is what you want to look like. I'm on Tumblr, and Tumblr is dominated by women. If I could look like anyone, it would be Prince Devitt, because fucking, you know, women absolutely love him. And the second one would be, and I don't know why, women love Dean Ambrose. Have you ever gone on Tumblr?
No, I haven't.
Love Dean Ambrose. And, like, to me, I don't think Dean Ambrose is ugly. But like if I had to pick, like if someone came to me, you know, being a straight guy and like, oh, who do you think's attractive and women would like? I would think Randy Orton. I'd be like, oh, definitely Randy Orton. Like if you don't count Prince Devitt, I'd be like, oh, I would want to look like Randy Orton. He's good looking, he's not too big, you know. But if you count NXT, Prince Devitt, he's good looking, and he's the right size that he could fit in every woman. I don't know. Maybe his penis is fucking 12 feet long. I don't fucking know. I'll get back to you on that. Even though there is underwear models all through Tokyo with him on it. But, yeah. I think if I had to be a WWE star and, like, hey, it was a genie and poof, who do you want to look like? I think, Prince Devitt. Not Sin Cara. What the fuck is Prince Devitt's name? Finn Balor. Mine is a million. I almost called him Sin Cara. But yeah, Finn Balor. I would want to look like Finn Balor. If you have to just go WWE roster, I would do Randy Orton, but the context is everything. But I go on Tumblr, and the Tumblr girls love Dean Ambrose, and I would have never in a million years. If I made a top 20 of WWE superstars I thought women would fucking find attractive. So, let it be known, I do not think like a woman. But yeah, if I had to, like if Genie, and like poof, I'd be Prince Devitt, just by looks alone. And he's talented, too. But yeah, because Prince Devitt, there's no one he can't get. Yeah, Roman Reigns. Let's say you find a fucking 5'1" hottie. What the fuck, dude? No, that's like Godzilla beating down someone. That's just not right. That's just not right. And who knows? I don't know. I'm not a 5'1" woman, but I like to imagine that they do not want to be pounded by a fucking fucking giant tree trunk. We need some more women commenters. I think that would be it. But yeah, if I had to, like, gun to my head, or not even gun to my head, like a genie, be like, hey, you're one ugly motherfucker. I'm like, whoa, calm down, genie. I fucking know. You think, you know? I know I'm not very attractive, but like, hey, I can do you a favor. You can look like anyone, and it has to be on the WWE roster. And I'd be like, can I count NXT? And if I count NXT, Prince Devitt. If I can't count NXT, Randy Orton. And if those two were taken, like it's a fucking draft, I would say Dean Ambrose. And I don't know why, because I'd be like on Tumblr. I'm like, I'm the real Dean Ambrose, bitches! And then I wonder if Tumblr chicks are good looking. I don't know. That's a fucking mystery. We'll have to find out if a genie ever comes. So, there you go. You ever notice we always break down the weirdest questions? So, like, well, who do you think... So, what about you? If you could look like anyone, for pure... You know, a genie pops up and says, oh, you can look like any WWE superstar. Who do you pick? Say the Big Show. Say the Big Show.
Maybe,
the Big Show wouldn't be bad.
Maybe years ago, but not... No, wow, that
well, in his prime. We'll say the athlete in his prime. Who would you want to look like?
That's
Rick Rude? I don't know. He looks like some Pominski.
That's too much mustache and responsibility to put on one man's shoulder. I can't live up to that. I mean, you gotta maintain.
It is a nice mustache. Yeah.
I'm gonna have to come back to that. I gotta go back to the roster or whatever because WWE does such a horrible job of promoting the guys. I gotta look at these guys.
All right, let's change up the question while you think about it. Is Roman Reigns in your top 10 of people you want to look like?
If I lived in Florida for the rest of my life and I was semi-rich and I could live on the beach, maybe so because...
You're asking a lot from this genie. This genie's like, you're really taking advantage of the situation.
I would guess maybe The Rock. The Rock. He's the best. I mean,
yeah, he's got the Hollywood. See, the thing is, I think though I like the short woman too much. I like him. Like, you know, if I was good looking, and like I could pull ass, like, you know, anyone's business, I would definitely like want. I wouldn't want like a WWE Divas roster where it's the same girl. Like I would fuck every type of girl. Like I would have it fucking like. I would fuck like every girl, like every weight size, every fucking look size. You know what I mean? Like I'd go to girls and be like, how much do you weigh? Like 276 pounds. I'm like, nope, lose a pound or gain a pound, and you can get in. And like have a check mark. Every nationality, every country, every race. Yeah.
I'll probably wish for a Luke Harper beard. That'd be pretty cool if I had one of those.
Yeah, that's if you like biker chicks. You got a Luke Harper beard, you're getting some fucking biker chicks that can fight.
So you're like if Luke Harper, if Nikki Bella wasn't engaged to or whatever with John Cena, you think Luke Harper just couldn't walk up and say, "Hey, what's up, Nikki? How's it going?"
Let's get back on topic.
You just no-soul Luke Harper, like, come on, you know. No.
Roman Reigns doesn't need the shield. Bullets bounce off him. Roman Reigns is so great, China wants to play him in a porno. Punky also goes on, I want to look at the page so I can play with titties. Oh, I want to look like Paige. I thought, I guess if you can look, I didn't even think about that situation. I'm all thinking like, hey, dude, think about it. If you could be like Paige or one of the divas, then you can fucking go become a lesbian, and then you have entertainment by yourself and not. Because, I mean, it's... Okay, this is going to get way too deep. We're going down a rabbit hole that I don't think there's any coming back. But yeah, if you pick a woman, then at least when you play with yourself, it's exciting. I imagine if a genie says you can look like someone else and it's fucking wackity-do time, it's completely weird. Because you're so used to years and years of wackity-doing yourself as you. And then you're like, oh, man, I'm wackity-doing myself as Roman Reigns? This is awkward. And you know what? Wackity-do time is very important. And Thunder Skull is Christian on Facebook. All right, now we know, and knowing is half the battle. But I mean, could you imagine? I mean, because obviously, if you know, if you look like Roman Reigns and you're having sex with a girl, you're like, wow, that's cool because you're totally focusing on a girl. But most people are not going to stop masturbating. So then when you're by yourself and you're masturbating, it's like you're being Roman Reigns in like fucking a virtual reality. No, there's downfalls to this. It's one of those things the genie promises you a sandwich and then your fucking mom dies. It's like that Twilight Zone. There's too much. I don't trust this genie. Anyway, Stillwell plays. Hey, Cena, answer me this. What's an acolyte? It sounds like a power shake, but I'm not sure. All right, well, Cena, if we get John Cena on, we'll pass it on to him. T-Man says, loss. I'm considering not following the WWE main roster. Tired of having my intelligence insulted. Yeah, it's really hard to be a fan these days, especially of WWE. Please find alternatives. Drew Christ says, from what I did see, Raw was an utter loss. Peter Gulen says, this logic, first 25 minutes of the show goes on Orton and how he will kill Seth. Then last 25 minutes of the show goes on Orton and how he will do nothing. So 50 or 180 minutes of this show is wasted to nothing. Add that to the 120 minutes of promos of make Roman Reigns look strong in between. Yeah. When you start breaking Raw down by the stats, it gets extra sad. Thank you. BGC's stumbling on the play. BGC Fan 17 says, Raw is a loss for me. 2 bad shows after each other. What do you guys think of the worldwide trending Give Divas a Chance? I think it's kind of cool that people are getting behind it. But the thing is, WWE is so good at making evil shit. You know what I mean? And when Give Divas a Chance, they'll be like, well, that means they want more fucking Nikki Bella. No, give Charlotte a chance. Hustle, Loyalty, and Acolyte. Did he mess up? Did I mess up? Did someone mess up? What is Acolyte? Am I missing something? Is this like an inside joke I'm not getting?
I guess it's supposed to be like an award that Rusev's Accolade.
Ah.
But it doesn't make sense because it's a submission. So how's it an accolade? Is it his crowning achievement? What? I
don't know. Thunder Skull on KocoSports Internet Infantry Chat just opened up the page Roman Raisins on Facebook. I want that to be a page where we just praise Roman Reigns. Roman Raisins. It's official. We'll put a link. We'll put it out on Twitter later. I'm gonna put a link in the doodle too. You okay? Who's that? Is that Roman Raisins calling you?
It's T-Sean.
Oh, okay. BGC Fan 17 says Roman Reigns is really over. Guys, what chance and booze? He is really over.
The podcast thing. I sent you an invite or whatever. I don't know if you watch Raw or anything like that.
We can hear you.
Huh?
This awkward moment is brought to you by KocoSports.net. We bring awkwardness to pro wrestling.
I think it's not like how Steven has his call in.
Can I mute you?
Yeah.
All right, there we go. Test. All right. I just muted him, and let's see. Message me. All right. Boom. All right. Bam, bam, bam. All right. Hopefully I'm still on the air. Now this is getting all crazy. Monic26 says, Wrestle Crap. Yeah, that was it. Nathan Brown says, Dave, I'm a long-time WWE fan since the late 80s, and I want so bad to still love it. I know the feeling. I know. I come back every week because I want to see it get great again, and they keep teasing me with glimpses of being entertaining. Yeah, it's really, and I talked to Rob about this off air, and I've also talked to other wrestling fans. It's really hard. It's really, really hard to fucking do it. All right, let me see. Can you hear? Hopefully. There we go. All right. Boom, boom, boom. Ba-da-da. Malik Douglas, Okada, Tanahashi, and Nakamura's greatest influences is Roman Reigns, who is known as Ichiban in Japan. It's true. Ichiban is awesome. All right, let's see. I'm going to unmute him. Oh, great. Now can I unmute him? Google Plus, you're really making me angry. Ah! There we go. I don't know. Shiznit. Why doesn't Google Plus help me out? All right, these technical difficulties are brought to you by WWE. Malik Douglas. Roman Reigns doesn't need keys to win the Open to Dream Cage Championship. It's very true. By the way, y'all, let's ignore TNA and pretend it doesn't exist. Oh, we do a TNA review every week. It doesn't get fucking views, but we do it. We don't ignore TNA. But TNA is really, I don't know. Yeah. For Terry Funk, so love the world, he gave his own, this is from Kevin K. Esco. For Terry Funk, so love the world, he gave his only begotten son, Roman Reigns. Roman Reigns is more important than food. Roman Reigns is more important than water. Roman Reigns' sweat is the equivalent of water from a fountain of youth. All right. Boo, boo, boo. Chris Richards says they should put Roman Reigns in the Hall of Fame this year because he will be in there anyway, so why not just do it now? Good point. I Heart Video Games 08 says Roman Reigns changed his name from Jesus Christ because he didn't want as much attention. Nice. Hook and shoot. Hook and shoot. Old school hook and shoot. I heard Rollins introducing Randy Orton and thought to myself, that's who he meant to send those nude pics to. Nice. Give yourself a Barrett Horowitz hook and shoot. Hook and shoot also says Roman Reigns comes rainbows and fights monsters with his taint. Understood. All right. Boom, boom, boom. We're having technical difficulties. Google Plus, dear Google Plus, if I mute someone because they're on a phone and I want to unmute them, how do I unmute them? Because there's nothing I can do to unmute you. Son of a bitch, this was a pain. I should have just listened to his conversation. It would have been easier. I am Mikey. Mike Ashman says WWE Raw review should be replaced or at least be half stumped the idiot. Yeah, that's a possibility. We'll think about it. I'm hoping that one day that New Japan and that content gets more views so that I can maybe, not do Monday Night Raw reviews anymore. Who knows? Chuck Norris, Roman Reigns fact. This is from the queen of the internet infantry, Rihanna Jackson. They say that underneath Roman Reigns' chin isn't skin or beard. It's just another fist. All right, well, there you go. Do you heard a veteran soldier gave Roman Reigns his Purple Heart medal because he inspired him to never give up? Hashtag Samoan Cena. Yeah, they say some fucking ridiculous things. They really do. How do I fucking unmute American Alucard? Muted? Yeah, I want to unmute him. American Alucard, you might have to kick yourself out, because if I kick you out, you can never come back. You might have to kick yourself out, and then, yeah. So you might have to kick yourself out and come back in. Oh, wait.
Let me go dispatch the call real quick.
Oh, okay, no problem. Oh, see, I was trying to unmute you, and you muted yourself. Sorry about that. That was awkward. This awkwardness is brought to you by WorshipRomanReigns.net. Let's see. We have a lot of comments. Let's see. Where do we leave off? Boop. All right. When we get back, let's do Raymond Jamison. When we get back, we'll do Wrestling Rantin', because Wrestling Rantin' is easy one to spot. Raymond Jamison, I give it a strong tie. It's nice to see they let the Time Prime players back. Bray Wyatt was gold. The matches were okay. It didn't suck, but it didn't wow me. Okay, and that's a good reason. But here's my thing about the win, loss, or tie. If it's just tie, eventually isn't that just fucking a loss? Like, doesn't mediocrity after so long just eventually fucking become a loss? It's like you can't tie your way to the World Cup. So, but yeah, I understand. And when we get back, it'll be wrestling. Punky, thank you for letting me know you can hear me. Thunder Skull says thanks. I'm honored to host the official KocoSports Roman Raisins fan page. I'm a fan of Roman Raisins page. So yeah, if you're on Facebook, go like Roman Raisins page. I'm gonna put all Roman Raisins news up there. Thunder Skull. Oh, he's having a conversation with Punky the Rex. I don't think we should read that. Kevin says Roman Reigns always wins, but in Soviet Russia, Roman Reigns still always wins. Nice. And for the record, we love Russia too. Yeah, you brought your posse over. Like, your posse really hated Russia. He's like, fuck Russia. I'm like, I own a company in Russia, and we have Russian listeners. He's like, I fucking despise Russia. I'm like, man, he really hates Russia. Nikolai Volkov must have touched him funny as a kid. All right. That's a joke, WWE. You don't need to sue me. Fucking unbelievable. All right, you there, buddy?
Yep.
All right, let's break this down. We'll get back to more comments later. Most important, Roman Reigns counted to infinity twice. There you go. The next I thought was match of the pay-per-view and maybe match of the night here, just because it's a story. It's got 4 decent athletes. I enjoy it. Yeah, the Usos versus Kid and Cesaro. Of course, there was a commercial. I enjoy the stories. They bring in Total Divas. I enjoy it. A lot of people don't like Tyson Kidd. I was shocked by that. I love Tyson Kidd. You know, a big debate that was going on in our chat was, do you think this is a short-term fix? And do you think a tag team with just names? And you guys got a little nasty. You don't have to get nasty about the chat room. You ever notice that sometimes, like, people take it way too far? Okay, granted, we take it too far sometimes, but they'll be like, I think Kid and Cesaro could be great if they just didn't change their name. You know, I think, no, they have to have a tag team name, like Masters of the Universe. And then, like, the next comment is, I hope you all fucking die. I'm like, all right. All right. Obviously, this went a little overboard. But, yeah, I don't know. I enjoy this feud. I enjoy the storyline. I'm afraid that Kid and Cesaro is short-term. Obviously, in WWE, a common name does help. So if it was like Masters of the Universe, had matching gear, an official T-shirt, I'd have more faith they were lasting longer. But
Some good music.
Yeah, I think, you know, the Usos are winning the title back just for a feel-good story. And, no, I love Kid and Cesaro, and I hope they stay around. But when it comes to WWE standards, if you don't have same music, T-shirt, a name, even if it's Kid and Cesaro, but I think the T-shirt is what kills them. If there's no T-shirt, they're not staying champs very long. All right, but I enjoyed this match. It ends in a DQ. Basically, the Divas start fighting. Naomi trips up one of Cesaro and Kid. Natalya goes up and beats her. The Usos are about to hit a splash on Tyson Kidd. And Natalya just pulls her leg. Pulls the Usos' leg. He falls. It's a DQ. Naomi pulls out her leg. She sells a knee injury, and it's just drama for the sake of drama. Winners by DQ, the Usos, but still, Kid and Cesaro are still tag team champs. And
Natty turn heel.
I mean, do you think there's any chance? I don't know. I like the Natty. I like storylines where there's confusion. You know, I like the fact that, you know, someone compared it to Miss Elizabeth, and that's a big comparison, but it does have some similarities. And I like the fact that she loves her man, and her man's a heel, but she's not a heel, but she still does, you know, I don't know. I just like this storyline. I like storylines where there's tweeners. There's good and bad. It's not, look at me, I'm Roman Reigns. Captain America and Superman fucking were based off me. But yeah, so I enjoy the storyline. I enjoy this match. I don't know if Natalya, it was an awkward spot and they were supposed to sell an injury, or it was awkward and she really did get injured. But I don't know. The thing is, I love Kid and Cesaro, and I don't hate the Usos like a lot of people, but I'm afraid this is just the Usos winning a title so they can dance with their dad at Mania.
With the top hats.
Yep. The Miz and Mizdow did a great segment. They're moving that along. Also, there's a promo by Bray Wyatt. Some people love Bray Wyatt. Some people hate him. I'm one of those guys. You lost to Cena, and I can't let it go. Can't let it go. You have anything else you want to add to that, or you just want to go next to the next match?
I'm really interested to see, like, the match he's going to have with Undertaker, what's going to happen at it, and what's going to happen afterwards, because after that, he should get like some kind of main event push, because you're putting him against the Undertaker and he loses. Just release the guy. If he loses to the Undertaker, just release him, because the guy's going to be a running joke in the country. Well,
and there was a YouTuber, a really famous guy, famous for YouTube standards in wrestling. I think Schleg Daddy, I don't know, OTRBCDF. I haven't seen the video, but a lot of people are referencing it, that, like, it's a stupid situation because there is no winner. Everyone's loser and everyone looks weak, you know? So it's kind of interesting. I don't know. You lose to John Cena, what the fuck? Oh, I'm the toughest guy in the world. I lost to fucking Fruity McFruit Pants.
But let's be fair. Anybody who comes up from NXT, if you get popular, you're getting an attitude adjustment. Finn Balor, Tyler Breeze, any one of those guys that come up and they get Finn Balor isn't a heel. Tyler Breeze, I can't think of another heel on there. Bull, Dempsey, whoever they come up on Raw and they get popular, they're getting the attitude adjustment.
Yep. All right. Roman Reigns doesn't flush the toilet. He scares the Orton out of it. There you go.
But to be fair, Reigns, he got kind of cheers tonight, kind of.
Yeah. Good luck with that. Fucking the next match on paper should have been good. I think this could have been a good match, but it's just not much time. You have Jack Swagger / my fucking career has been absolute shit since Tampa fucking police hit me up for DUI on my way to WrestleMania against Albert Del Rio versus Stardust. I don't know. It should have been a better matchup, but it was really, really short, and it ends with Goldust distracting him and Jack Swagger getting a win. So
out of nowhere.
Yeah, so I enjoyed it. I just wish there was more time. I actually, I don't really hate this, but if they're going to have a WrestleMania match where this feud's going to continue, I don't think they can repeat what they did at Fastlane ever again.
No.
Ever again. Oh, John Cena. John Cena. Dun, 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 dun. I'm going to go through this faster because I want to get to comments, and also I don't have much time because I got to take it. All right, so John Cena basically cuts a promo. He's getting mixed reaction. Okay, he's getting some boos and piped-in crowd noise, but he's getting mixed reaction. But the Russia vs. USA thing is continuing. He's getting some really cheap pops, but I love the fact that fucking my Facebook and Twitter blew up because he said he had a Marine Corps reference, and he said, those guys are my heroes. And from this day on, I'm going to be John Cena's hero. He said the Marines are his hero. So you know what? It's cool. And I want to meet John Cena. I got to meet him once, and it was awkward. I'd like to meet John Cena again, because now that I'm John Cena's hero, I'd like to make his wish come true. I wonder, though, he's like, those Marines are my heroes. And he's just said stupid-ass statements like this before just to get a cheap pop. Here's the thing. What if you're a Marine, but also on the internet complaining? Do you think he just fucking dies? Like, he's like, my hero? On the internet? Ah! Or do you think he does the fucking mainstream media thing? Like, we love the troops. What? The troops have a different opinion? Fuck that guy, am I right? Am I right? Yeah, so it's great to be John Cena's hero. With fucking the delusions out of the way, it wasn't a bad segment, and, Rusev should be paid so much more money. Just give Rusev all the money. Give Rusev all the money.
I like how John Cena got scared when the flag got popped out. He was like, oh, what the fuck?
Yeah. He's like, what the fuck? Did this really go down? All right, let's keep going on. There's a backstage promo. This one actually wasn't too bad. It was where Randy Orton was making fun of J&J Security. I thought that was kind of cool. Paige comes out. Paige is very attractive. Paige and Emma versus the Bella Twins, and this was a short fucking match, and the Bellas win. Yeah, maybe this is what started the hashtag fucking Total Divas fucking rock the universe, or whatever the hell that hashtag was. The problem is WWE will just turn it on us, because there's people that are like, oh, hashtag give Divas a chance. They're like, well, I told you these Bella Twins are getting over.
Well, it's not even the fact that, it's Nikki Bella. I mean, Nikki Bella, she's a decent wrestler, but WWE doesn't really do anything with it. I mean, her title run should be better than what it is. And like I said before, Paige, she's not the answer to the Divas division that everybody thinks she is. I mean, Emma is a far better choice, and it's the fact that they don't give these women time to wrestle matches, or good matches, or give them good storylines.
Yeah, it's just bad. No, but it goes nowhere. Yeah. There's some popular YouTubers that fucking, they do the fucking propaganda bullshit, and they're like, hey, fucking it's going to go somewhere. If you're a YouTuber, you know who the fuck you are. And you said the Bellish storyline was going somewhere, and it was exciting, and it was good. You need to speak up now.
I thought it was until that Jerry Springer segment. I I was like, okay, maybe Nikki Bella is gonna become this ultimate heel, and Brie Bella is gonna get some kind of a decent push, okay, as a face, and we can split these two women off into separate paths, and they have separate feuds, whatever. Then they had that segment. I was like, yeah, this sucks badly.
All right. One good thing about the Bushwhackers, and we had a lot of heat on us because I said I'm happy that Rikishi made it to the Hall of Fame. And I'm happy that the Bushwhackers made it to the Hall of Fame. And a lot of times people are like, oh, they're not worthy, they're not worthy. WWE has dropped the bar so low that they should let everyone in. You know what I mean? But with that said, a lot of people don't realize the Bushwhackers were some hardcore motherfuckers before they went to WWF. I wish it pisses me off because I know there's going to be younger, smarter fans like, what the fuck, the Bushwhackers, they're not fucking worthy. And then WWE, who has tons of footage, they only showed them as the comedy duo. But before they were the comedy duo, they were a great tag team, fucking hardcore wrestlers. So I think the Bushwhackers deserve it, but I just wish they went into more detail. I mean, if you're willing to show Sting in WCW and NWA in a great promo, by the way, that was probably one of the best packages ever. Yeah, so I know a lot of the smarter, younger fans are going to be like, fuck you, Bushwhackers don't deserve anything. Try to go out there and see some of their shit. I think, what were they, the Sheep Herders? I think that's what they were called.
Bushwhackers.
Yeah, so go check out the Bushwhackers before they were there. All right, next you have Axelmania is running wild. I absolutely love Axelmania. I fucking, dude, I love everything about it. I don't know if I'm supposed to love everything about it, but I do. I don't know. If loving Axelmania is wrong, I never want to be right.
It seems WWE wants to kill Axelmania, and they started Axelmania. It's the ultimate stupidity.
Yeah, it is pretty effing stupid. You know what, though? I enjoy it.
No. It's not Axelmania, Stu. I'm talking about WWE killing. They're killing Axelmania by what happened in the next segment you're talking about. It's like they give it, but then they kill it. It's like they shoot themselves in their own feet before anything gets started.
I wonder, though, because, Axel trained a lot of the guys. Axel helped a lot of the guys. Axel is a great wrestler, but he's just not getting over with the crowd. I wonder if this is, you're a good wrestler, you're a company guy, you worked hard, your dad worked for us. I wonder if this is one of the situations like where, on Twitter you're kind of over. Why not be a comedy gimmick? Do you think that's where this is going? Because, there's a part of me that I'm a little bit of a romantic and say, oh, Curtis Axel, maybe they could push him to be a high mid-card fucking low main event guy, But then at the same time, I'm like, he's getting older. I wonder if this is kind of like, we love you, so you can't get over, and this is trending. Let's do a comedy gimmick. Do you see it as me being romantic, thinking maybe it could be high mid-carder to low main event? Or do you think it's, no, thank you for being such a company guy and everything your dad did. You're now kind of the comedy. Because I enjoy this. I really do.
He's already a comedy act, though. I mean, he's already as low as you can get in WWE. Oh, he's already like a running joke. So he needs to win like this Royal Rumble, even if it's in a heel fashion, a heel way. Because if he loses at WrestleMania, the Royal Rumble thing, you barely take him serious now, but you won't ever take this guy's career serious after that, because anything he says is like, oh yeah, that's bullshit, I can't, whatever.
Yeah. Well, Ryback just crushes him. I enjoyed the Rybaxel thing. The thing is, Rybaxel was pretty entertaining, but what's weird? Sometimes these lower mid-card guys, like a Bad News Barrett, back in the day, the primetime players, Rybaxel, sometimes they're really fucking funny and talented and entertaining, but they don't show that on the big screen. Maybe it's just the sense of humor doesn't work with the big crowds. But if you look at Rybaxel, primetime players, and obviously Zack Ryder, I'm trying to think who else did I mention earlier? Primetime players, Zack Ryder. There was someone else, but there's some people. Oh, Bad News Barrett. There's people that if you watch the YouTube specials, and a lot of people, I don't know, do or don't, you know what I mean? Sometimes you see a diamond in the rough, and you're like, why ain't that on the big stage? And even Bad News Barrett. Bad News Barrett, okay,
it's grown on people. People enjoy Bad News Barrett. But I don't think it's ever peaked as far as entertainment as it was when it was just on YouTube. I don't know. Maybe it's just a different sense of humor or smaller audience. I don't know what the deal is. But what I'm saying is, I enjoyed Ryback probably a lot more than a casual fan did because of the YouTube segments.
It was because Vince and that guy Kevin Dunn, they haven't adapted to the internet age. They know it's there, and they know they make money off it because of the network, but they hate it so much, but they love the money, so they don't respect it. And they just like, oh, well, you got shit because you're on the internet.
Well, who knows? But I hope Axelmania does good. All right, now we're to the main event. The main event it's a bit long, but I don't know. I just didn't give a shit. Is that bad? Like, am I the asshole here? It was Orton and Rollins versus Bryan and Reigns, and they did everything they could tonight. Raw is Roman. Roman is Raw. They did everything, including the match and afterwards. And then after that, it was like the show was over. Didn't it feel like the show was over, but they still had like some time? like the crowd, and not only that, but know what I love about this? Look how dead that crowd is without piped-in crowd noise when the show's over. Like, they're like, yeah! Like, did they know they were still on the air? Because they were like, oh, make sure to go to WWE Network. And people were like, yeah, who gives a shit? I don't know. I thought the ending was very awkward. The match, it wasn't the best. It wasn't the worst. Reigns is improving, but he's still not worthy of... Roman Reigns is improving. He's just not worthy enough of the position of Roman Reigns. One day, Roman Reigns will grow into Roman Reigns. But yeah, it wasn't bad, and I thought the Daniel Bryan tag thing was kind of cute because at first I was like, oh, because like when Bryan tagged him and he gave him a dirty look, I was like, oh, for love of God, why are you taking 12-step backs? But then when he had a like, hey, look at me, I'm attractive, right? Just kind of smile, he won me over. I was like, oh, okay, and he's winning people over. So, overall, not a bad match. It's just...
It has some storytelling in it. I mean, the Randy Orton, Seth Rollins, the feud building, that was all right.
All right, we're going to go to some live comments. Roman Reigns can slam a revolving door. There you go. Bullet Club Biggs. Japanese women really like those skinny, feminine-looking J-pop, K-pop-looking dudes. I've always thought they looked like sissies. That's not true. It's weird. A lot of people try to stereotype Japanese girls. No, there's news articles all the time and interviews that they're because every woman likes something different, and Japan's no different. Like women in their 30s and 20s, like somewhere between that, like mid-20s, mid-30s. They like, different races, different cultures. Usually, alpha males do get a lot of pussy here. But yeah, it's weird. I think that's a stereotype. I mean, there are some that like it, and the J-pop stars here are fucking, and even K-pop stars. The pop stars here, they get tons of pussy. I'm not gonna fucking lie to you. But there's still plenty of women that just want an alpha male. So yeah, it just depends. Just because they're the same race living on the same island doesn't mean they all want the same thing. And that's a good thing, especially if you're ugly. Because if they were like, I don't want ugly guys, I'd be out of fucking luck. But yeah. No, I mean, yeah, the J-pop things. But worldwide it's like that. I wish I could fucking know that white group band. God damn it. But yeah, like, I'm just going to use New Kids on the Block. But New Kids on the Block, Justin Bieber, they fucking get tons of pussy all around the world. Fuck, what is that white band? That's the question. White popular band. I think it's from the UK. Come on.
Oh, One Direction.
One Direction. Thank you. You just won the fucking prize of I'm a fucking idiot. Yeah, One Direction, dude. How much pussy do you think they're getting?
Taylor Swift pussy. They're probably one of the dudes was fucking Taylor Swift, so they're getting that kind of pussy.
Yeah. So yeah, I think it's just women of all different races and around the world like different guys. But I mean, I don't know. I don't know. This is kind of an embarrassing story. I don't know if I should say this, but I'm going to say it. I'm not very good looking, but I'm not afraid to talk to anyone. And that makes me the perfect wingman. And in Japan, a lot of the younger men are shy, and they'll pay you to be a wingman. So, like, yeah, they'll buy your drinks, they'll buy your food, and then you just go out and be a wingman. So, like, there are times, and you get paid really good money. And the funny thing is, you don't want to look like Roman Reigns there. You just, because you can't be too good looking. But yeah, you, like, break the ice with them and shit. Yeah. And yeah, there's an actual market here that I'm part of. It's embarrassing. I feel very whorish. Where you're a professional wingman. And I fucking found that because, like, I live in Kamano, which is like the Brooklyn of Tokyo, is the best way I could describe it. And I know, like, a lot of comps, a lot of tattooed gentlemen. I know a lot of bars, owners. You know, I'm kind of like, I've been living here since I've been 17, so you meet a lot of friends and shit. And yeah, I just go to bars and everyone knows my name. And fucking the guy pulled me aside and he's like, "Oh, well, what are you doing for Valentine's Day?" I don't know. He's like, "Well, here." And you can get up into thousands. Yeah, thousands and thousands of dollars. I don't know if I should say how much I made on Valentine's Day because it makes me very whorish. But it's way better than a security gig, because a security gig you have to punch or kick or block people. Even though in Japan it's not, it's way easier. But yeah, you can be a professional wingman. All you have to do is not be afraid to talk to the ladies. And you can't be a fuck. I don't know. It has to be. You have to be like naturally, how they describe it. You have
Charisma.
to be natural. No, you have to be naturally friendly without being intimidating. You know, because the point is, as a wingman, you're not getting laid. The wingman is you got to put the guy over. You have to start conversations, and then you tell. And it's so funny because, like, you know, one of the processes of doing this, I don't know why we're talking about this on a wrestling show, but one of the processes of doing this is they have, like, a dating resume and, like, highlights that you talk about. And one time I was like, it also tells you, like, stuff to stay away from. And this guy had, like, every allergy in the world. And then, like, for good stuff, bad stuff. And then, like, he's shy and all that. And then his good stuff, he's like, "I'm really good at cooking cupcakes." And I'm like, "Motherfucker, you gotta give me more shit than that." Like, we're gonna be hanging out for like 2 hours talking to girls. I can't be like, "Yo, my boy, he makes the best goddamn cupcakes." You know what I mean?
But do you get points for, like, if they score, but you have to, like
No, because then you're flirting with prostitution. No, the outcome of it doesn't matter. What you get paid for is helping. You know, it's like being a security guard, except you're trying to get ladies to him. It's like,
do you
it's
ever
the
have to
opposite
take
of
the ugly
security.
friend? Do you ever have to take one for the ugly friend?
No. Like, that's what helps you being married.
Oh, okay. If you weren't married, well.
Yeah, if you weren't married, maybe it's harder. But I don't know. But yeah, I've made a couple thousand just fucking chilling out and being making icebreakers and shit. But yeah, I don't know. Just people are shy. I don't know. Women like confidence, you know, and not even confidence like alpha male shit. Like, people buy into that too much. They like confidence as you know what you are, you know. And if the girl doesn't like you, well, I'll move on. You know what I mean? Like, so many times, like, shy guys will be like, "Oh, I like this one girl," then they'll go up to him, and that girl's a bitch. And be like, "Fuck you, fucking loser! I don't like Pokemon." And then she storms off, and he's like, "Oh, I'm crushed. I'm going home." I'm like, "Dude, that's one. That's 1 out of 800. When you're as ugly as me, you gotta hit them all." Like, and it's so funny because, like, one time I was doing it, and I told him, like, comparing it to Pokemon. Like, "Hey, dude, just because you lose against Bulbasaur doesn't mean you don't go after Squirtle." Nathan Brown on Twitter at NTB1124 says Paul Heyman was all over your Reigns saves the world, delivered babies, won Oscars. He must have heard your Fastlane review. I would love that to be true. On Google Plus, man, you guys are going crazy with the Roman Raisins thing. All right, no, not on Google Plus, on KocoSports.net Internet Infantry Chat. All right, yeah, you could use the KocoSports logo. We're not that big. He's like, "Can we use the KocoSports logo on the Facebook page?" Dude, use it anywhere. Go crazy. All right, and once again, Facebook logged me out. Dear Facebook, what's up with that? Good. I logged back in to be like, "No one loves you." All right, thank you, Facebook. Appreciate it. Thank you for the status update. All right, boop, boop, boom, ba-da-da. Let me refresh here. 16 likes, 2 thumbs down. That thumbs down is fucking kind of new. I guess they didn't like the fucking stories. I'm sorry. Wrestling Rantin'. And the Divas match shows again why we watch NXT over Raw. Done and done. Exactly. Still Will Play says, so is it okay when Cole broke the fourth wall by saying, "I'm typing to tell a story"? I think he's saying I'm trying to tell a story. Michael Cole fucking sucks. No, but he sucks so fucking bad. Like, Michael Cole goes up and down. But this is the worst Michael Cole has ever been in a really long time. Like, a lot of people heard him. This is the thing. A wrestler has to slap the shit out of him for real. And this is what I mean. R-Truth is trying to get this Twitter campaign. R-Truth is trying to get himself over. You with me on this? Yeah. And he just fucking treats him like a bitch. And not only that, but it's one of those things where it's, you're protected. Like, if a Michael Cole, a person in his stature, talked to someone like R-Truth in his stature, in a real-life situation, he would punch him in the fucking face. Like, that's what I hate about the women and Michael Cole and all this shit in pro wrestling. Is, like, if you ain't legit tough like Ronda Rousey, you shouldn't be beating up fucking men. If you ain't legit tough like fucking Daniel Bryan or, can hold your own, you shouldn't be fucking talking shit. And R-Truth is doing a great job getting it over. And then Michael Cole's like, oh, who gives a fuck? Fuck you, Michael Cole. You know what I mean? Like, I think, and I had this at the problem with the indies. A lot of times people want to be over, and they want to be so confident, and it goes to their head. And if you can yell at a guy like Roman Reigns and know he's not going to punch you in the face, you're definitely going to take advantage of that. So, and at the indie level, there was guys that fucking looked like me, 5'11" fucking nerds, yelling at fucking 9-foot tall fucking monsters as a character. And I made one rule. I was like, if you would punch that person in real life, you have all access to punch him. You should have seen how many fucking nerdy managers were humbled out after one fucking meeting. It was like the show before, it's like, suck my dick, fucking Brock Lesnar, what are you gonna do? To the week after, I said, no, if you would punch him in real life, you could punch him in the fucking ring. It was like, well, Brock, this match is gonna be very interesting. And I understand you have to act and play and all that, but there's no way if that conversation happened on a couch, R-Truth punches him. And he's too protected. I understand you don't have to be a bitch and sell everything, but at the same time, that's what I hate. I try to bring to KocoSports social media how I talk on this show. I try to be like, this is how I would talk to a person in real life. Because a lot of times people are like, they'll be like, you're a fucking idiot. Oh, you fucking morons. No one talks that way in real life and gets away with it. But on YouTube and on social media, people accept it. Like, you ever notice on Facebook, someone will be like, well, I think political point A. And someone will be like, I should fucking murder you and kill you, fuck you. But then you meet them in real life and you're like, oh, that's just a Facebook conversation. Don't take it too personal. Like, no. If you're going to fucking say, fuck you, fuck that, like, if you're a troll and you don't talk like that in real life, you're a bitch, dude. You're a fucking bitch. But yeah, Michael Cole's a bitch.
Maybe Michael Cole, he's just so comfortable that he just doesn't give a fuck anymore. He knows he won't be fired and all that, so he just constantly buries guys. I mean, he did it with Daniel Bryan before Daniel Bryan got popular.
And he did it with the Ascension even though he wasn't supposed to. And the problem with me, Michael Cole, is he buries guys even when he's not supposed to. Like, what was the benefit? And JBL burying the Ascension. Okay, that makes sense. Why is Michael Cole in on this? You know what I mean? Why, like, even if you're doing heel versus face, even if you're telling a story, why would Michael Cole be in on burying? You know what I mean? Raymond Jameson asks, you would actually be surprised. I talk to a lot of short women, and they love men over 6 feet tall. They feel protected. That breaks my fucking heart. Now I got nothing. I had a delusion that, I don't know. I just pictured if I was a short woman. That breaks my heart. I can't even get my shorties. I love shorties. I don't know. People from New Jersey, I don't know if this is true, but I feels this way. Everyone I met from New Jersey or Kanagawa loves short women. It's just like there's something in the water. Oh, man, short women. Especially short women with the curves, the bickety-bam, bickety-boom. Carlos says, hey, Dave, to answer your question from last night, I'm in the Marine Corps. Oh, Semper Fi, Devil Dog. By the way, you talked about your book. I'm interested in buying it if possible. All right, yeah, we are having the covers made, and we're having the final edit. And trust me, I'm going to whore that book out. One of them Like right now, I'm gonna whore that book out like if WWE whores out Roman Reigns. I actually have 2 books coming out at once, and the reason why I have 2 books coming out at once is one of the books is a vigilante / comic book type universe. It's like a realistic comic book universe, but it's very, very dark. Like, it's one of those, if stuff offends you, you're going to put the book down. Like, I had people go, no, nothing offends you. Because I did a lot of ghostwriting, and I had this idea, and I was like, dude, this is a good story, and some people really enjoy it. But it's about a really offensive topic, and it's really disgusting. And some people just don't even want to bother, like, no matter how good the story is. And it's not, like, disgusting porn or anything. There's a story behind it, but the story is about a disgusting topic. You know what I mean? So, like, I've had people go, oh, shit doesn't offend me. And I'm like, okay, well, here you go. And they're like, holy shit, what the fuck's wrong with you? Boom Boom's exact words were, dude, you weren't hugged enough as a kid. So we made a second one that's kind of more of a young adult book, and it's about an orphan growing up in New Jersey wanting a Nintendo, and it's more light-mooded. And I wanted to have like 2 books come out at the same time, and the reason I wanted to is because some people don't get offended by stuff, and some people they're like, no, there's violence, there's sexual, this is awkward, and they do get offended. And that's why I wanted to do 2 books at once. Because I'm like, oh, well, that's not for me. That's not my cup of tea. And I'm like, oh, well, here's more of a lighter tone book. And I enjoy both of them, but they're different. And the reason I wanted 2 was because I wanted to promote a book, and people are like, oh, I'll buy your book. And, like, it's such a compliment to say that. It really is, and I really appreciate it. But I also wanted to be like, oh, okay, you're offended by this. Okay, I understand. Especially nowadays, like, the trigger warning thing blows my mind away. Like, I don't know. I don't understand the point of wanting to be a reader and be bubbled in. I want to read stories that are fucking just that offend me, change my way of thinking. I know what's great is like I'm being a little over the top here, but let's say you're racist and you're like, oh fuck other races, and then you read a book and it's offensive to you because obviously it says racism is bad. And you put the book down and you learned and you thought of something different. And even if you're not a racist anymore, and I'm being an extremist here, there's other topics. Even if you're not a racist anymore, you read that book and you're like, wow, I know what, you know what I mean? So that's the reason why I have 2 books coming out. And I want to warn people. Because I had an editor drop it. I hope this editor doesn't drop it, but I had one editor and she's like, no, I've read it all. Nothing offends me. She read the first 2 chapters and she's like, dude, I'm done. I'm just fucking done. I'm like, okay. So, one's more lighthearted, and one is really, really dark. And that's why I avert to it, I think. But yeah, so one's about vigilante, comic book type darkness, and one is more lighthearted orphan trying to reach a goal thing. And we have plenty more books coming out, and we're talking comic books and all that stuff. With my health being so bad, I just want to make content. And plus, I want to make some wrestling books, just because slowly but surely the internet infantry is growing, and they were like, oh, you should write this, you should write that. And I don't know, I just enjoy it. I hope people enjoy it, So, there you go. Montu6 says, this just in, active over 50 just called Muscle and Fitness asking for their pictures back. Oh, man. Drew Christ, 55. Roman Reigns doesn't have heart attacks. His heart wouldn't dare to attack him. Reigns got his license at 16. At age 16. 16 minutes. No, it sucks. When you're punch drunk and read, it really fucks up jokes. I apologize, Drew Christ. Roman Reigns was pulled over by a cop once. He let the cop off with a warning. Rihanna Jackson, I'm 5'1". Hello, my name is Dave. I do podcasts every day on YouTube. I didn't know you were 5'1". I would have said nicer things about you. And Roman Reigns might look like a dumb fuck hottie, but I'd do him. All right, well, there goes my theory. I thought I had a corner on short women. I was confident. I was wrong. Roman Reigns is fucking everything. I don't know. All right, Rihanna Jackson, if you don't mind. Now let's go this way. Rank them from who we're having a conversation about. All right, rank these guys. Ready? Where you would find them attractive. Let's say they're the perfect personality. You know, just for sexual science reasons. Queen of the Internet Entry, Rihanna Jackson. If you're still up, or any woman out there, rank these men: Roman Reigns, Prince Devitt, Finn Balor, Randy Orton, and who was the other guy? Dean Ambrose and John Cena. Those 5 guys, just rank them. We rank women all the time. I don't know if women rank men. I'd like to believe that. In high school, I was ranked, and I dated this girl, and we were thinking about getting married. And I saw her list, and she ranked the top 100 guys living in our town. And I was dating her. I was number 45. It hurts. It hurts so much.
Still has sense though, so it's all right.
Cena did misspoke. Still will plays, but WWE ignores TNA. That is true. All right, boom, boom, boom. All right, Roman Reigns' page is fucking rocking. Make sure to check it out on Facebook. Death once had a near Roman Reigns experience. All right, boom, boom, boom. Let's see. Bullet Club Bigs on Google Plus. Michael Cole does suck. I'm not a Roman Reigns hater, but they were giving him a lot of verbal sloppity-toppity. I don't know what that means, but it makes me laugh. Bullet Club Bigs. I'm 5'4", so I love women that are shorter than me. I feel like that's the reason I like Asian females so much. I just love all girls, but Asians. Whew. Moving on.
Well, what if they look like Yoshiko?
Dude, you know what? I know maybe there's 2 things, or there's 3 things that happen to me in my life where I just love all females. And maybe this is what makes me a good wingman, and maybe this is what fucking, makes my ugly ass. Like, let me put it this way. Every girl I've ever dated, no one ever said I could do better. You know what I mean? And the thing is, it's, one, I thought I was good looking because in high school I got girlfriends. So, like, if I got girlfriends in high school that were good looking, that means I'm good looking. And then in the Marine Corps, I found out, no, I'm not good looking. And the way I found out was there was this Marine, and I made fun of him. I was like, you're so fucking ugly. And he actually is my friend now on fucking Facebook, so I'm going to make up the name. Koopa, all right? I'm making up the name. Because I used to use his real name, and I was like, holy shit, he's still alive. But Koopa was ugly as shit. And I was like, fuck you, Koopa. You're an ugly fucking bastard. And because I was an asshole. I got a girlfriend, so I thought I was good looking. I was wrong. And then one day, First Sergeant came by, and, he's walking by, and he's like, hey, Koopa. And I was like, I'm not Koopa, I'm Coco. He's like, oh, okay, you guys look alike. And he wasn't being sarcastic. And I was like, oh, my God, everything I have ever said about Koopa, people have said about me. And then the second thing is, in the military and also other jobs where security, I've seen the sex trade business, and that will change you forever. You're either going to be the biggest fucking pervert in the world, or you're just going to be like, no, I'm never touching a woman ever again unless they tell me. Because, it helps, some men are aggressive, some men are this. But if you actually see someone in the sex trade business, either 2 things happen. You either become the most perverted, dark fucking person ever, or you're just like, no. Never. Like, I've had girlfriends before I got married. I got married very young. But I had girlfriends, and they're like, why don't you make the first move? And I'm just like, no. Like, you tell me. I'm like, is it okay if I touch your shoulder? It affects you different ways. You never want to see the sex trade business. It's fucking disgusting. But it affects you 2 ways. I saw people go, holy shit, this is fucking for me. I'm a sinner for the rest of my life. And I saw people, like, they just fucking put up such high boundaries on women. And the third thing is, I worked in New York City and pro wrestling. But I worked in pro wrestling in New York City with some of the hottest women in the world. And when you work with New York City models or some of the hottest women in the world, they are really horrible human beings. So with those experiences in my life, me being ugly, me seeing the sex trade business, and me working with some of the most beautiful women in the world, I know it's going to sound ridiculous, and maybe it's why it makes me a good wingman. Looks don't matter. Like, I could date the ugliest girl in the world as long as she's funny and it's cool to be around her. And some guys like make fun of me for that, but that's just through my life experiences. That's who I am. So when it comes to women, it's very hard to be ugly unless you have a shitty personality. Like, you can be the hottest thing in the world, and if you're a bitch, I'm like the fucking real life Shallow Hal. I'm like, yeah, no, if you're a kind person, that's what I look for, and also like chemistry. Like, if you're laughing, no one wants to be around the fucking. And not all that, but like in high school, I dated a Playboy model. She wasn't a Playboy model then. She grew up to be a Playboy model. And I remember we went in a room, and I was like, hey, what's going on? And I was like, this bitch is hot, but she's the most worthless fucking human being ever. And it was one of those things, she's hot, so everyone puts a pass on her. But, like, when you sit down and have a one-on-one conversation and you fucking despise the person, looks can't cover that up. And not only that, but then they're like, why not just buy a prostitute? And I don't want to go down that route, so I don't know. Boom, so there you go. So, yeah, if we can have women rank those men, I'd find that to be interesting. Boom, 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 ba-da-da. Facebook, nothing. I think we're almost done, sir. I think we're almost done. We're going to do thing, and then we're going to wrap this bad boy up. Last second comments here.
They just released something where there was an 8-man tag that happened after Raw.
Okay, yeah, talk about that, and then we'll wrap this bad boy up.
Well, it was Daniel Bryan, John Cena, Dean Ambrose, and the Roman Reigns versus Kane, Big Show, Seth Rollins, and Bray Wyatt. For some reason, Bray Wyatt was in this match.
Just because you probably have to get him in shape, keep him in shape, keep the live audience happy. But here's my thing about that is, yeah, it's cool to get an extra match that other people don't see, but what a fucking letdown, who gives a shit match. Yeah, people probably left that shit early.
And John Cena got the pin over Big Show. Like, of course Cena gets the last pin of the show.
Yeah. Well, you know what? And I'm a big Cena hater, but I'm gonna defend if it's off the air and Cena wins, I'm okay with that, because it's like, oh, well, locally, a kid might be seeing Cena for the first time. So, like, if I was booking Cena, I would. Yeah, I like the way he's being treated in the Russia thing. Not that someone didn't say that fucking a year ago, but I like the Russian angle. But not only that, but I would have if I booked Cena and I had full control, I would give Cena the U.S. title. I'd have the Russian storyline, and then I would have him in opening segments on television. Not opening segments, but opening matches, and I would have him defend the U.S. title and have the U.S. title mean something. And then when the show goes off the air, for the kids that stayed up way past their bedtime, I would have them win a fucking match off air. And that's how I would protect John Cena and make him go longer. And last time I said, well, what I'd do with John Cena, WWE really listens. All right, appreciate it, WWE. That's me being delusional. Let's see. When Phil Collins plays in the air tonight, it's a metaphor for a Roman Reigns Superman punch. That's from Raymond Jamison. Nice. Naomi and Nady get better and better each week. Just too sweet. All right, there you go. That's from I Am Mikey, Pay-Per-View Prophet. Nathan Brown says, I was completely confused by the Orton and Authority segments, but I like the end where he doesn't attack Rollins, even if he doesn't fit his character. See, I think it does fit his character. I think the tweener is good. Like, he just looks out for himself, and he has anger issues. Now, I don't know. I'm not a big fan of Randy Orton, but tweener Randy Orton I can deal with. Stillwell plays. Why are there diva tag teams? When there's no women's tag team match, why are there teams? To get as many girls on television as possible. I mean, that's the real answer. But I don't hope there's never a Divas tag match. I mean, tag titles. I mean, I know the Bellas have been pushing it for years. Nathan Brown, why did Daniel Bryan come out and say everything just right, then say, but now I believe? Because food?
Money.
Career? Yeah. I don't know, but here's the thing. I hated it, but it just makes me respect Daniel Bryan even more. When's the last time you saw John Cena do that? When's the last time you saw anyone do that? I think he sacrifices too much. Although tonight I didn't hate Roman. No one can hate Roman. Roman Reigns is fucking the bomb. I never used that phrase a day of my life. Was it as awkward as it sounded coming in? Was it as awkward sounding as it was for me to say?
Not really, because nobody uses it anymore. So I was like, what? The bomb? Okay.
Like, because I live in Japan, so I don't get much of the English reference, and I only watch like two television shows, and I feel old. So sometimes I'm like, I'm just gonna use a reference that the kids will understand.
Dude,
I'm like
don't.
Vince McMahon.
You said you teach English, right?
I did, but the stuttering kind of stopped me from doing that. Now I just volunteer. I used to be a history
Don't
and English teacher, but
don't put on a Young Thug. Don't put on a Young Thug. If a kid asks you, we want to learn English by listening to a Young Thug album, don't do it. Like your mind will explode trying to teach them what the hell he just said.
Gotcha. Yeah. I don't know. I still teach, but it's on volunteer basis, just because with my injury, sometimes reading is hard, and it's because like either the words mix up or like I want to say it, but I feel like I'm underwater. Concussion kids, don't fucking do it. And another thing is like the reason I do audio a lot is I twitch a lot from injury, and I also I'm not good looking. And the third thing is I used to be a pretty smooth talker, but nowadays I'm thank God for YouTube, because the reason I say, well, I'm sorry, that's not fair. I don't want to get religious. Thank Roman Reigns for creating YouTube. The reason why is because I love talking, and I'm from Jersey. I grew up with it. I used to do sports radio. I used to do television. But when you're not good looking and you have concussion problems, the jobs don't line up. The jobs don't line up. And yeah, so I guess for my life being shitty, I've lucked out. And thanks to YouTube. Please don't take away my
praise Roman YouTube.
I'm sorry, praise Roman Tube. GeekEssentials.com, who was on the show yesterday, said, good stuff, guys. Yeah, the door's always open there for you guys to return. Plus, when my books do come out, Geek Essentials, I assure you, I'm going to be like, hey guys. It's so funny, because it's like, you try to give as much shit away as you can, and help as many people as you can, and then you're like, nothing in return. And then when you're like, oh man, I like helping people and I want nothing in return. And then you're like, I just wrote a book. And you're like, for the love of God, remember that time I held the door for you?
Why does Bull Dempsey have followers on Twitter? He has like 20,000.
Really? That's pretty hardcore, bro. So yeah, you guys are welcome back. You guys have an open pass. So check out GeekEssentials.com, and hopefully we can work out together and there ain't no drama. And hopefully he's going to pick up the book and be like, I fucking hate you. And be like, all right. I'm sorry. I thought we were friends. But yeah, like, it's so funny because, like, I got a partner that writes books, and I'm like, yeah, you do a lot of fucking shit to help people. And I'm like, it's just what I fucking believe in. I believe in paying it forward. And he's like, well, fuck paying it forward. You got a book coming out. You need to fucking sell that shit like a motherfucker. And I'm like, sales scare me. Carlos says, you know why the dinosaurs went extinct? Because Roman Reigns. Carlos also goes on, what if I tell you Roman Reigns is your father? He could be. The goddamn show says, I know this isn't about Raw. Just joined the chat, and I haven't seen you review on Fastlane, but was I only one rooting for Rusev for pure hatred of Cena? Yeah, a lot of people are going to... My thing is, I think the true test, and I said this a year ago, the true test is, if they do this, if they do the Cena-Roman Reigns feud, if at WrestleMania Cena still gets booed out of the building after everything Rusev is doing for him, I think it's legit he needs to retire. You know what I mean? It just can't. 20 thumbs up, 2 thumbs down. That's a pretty good win ratio. We make the playoffs with that.
What would it care to be after that? I mean, if you can't get over on a guy that's negative against the United States, there's nothing for you here. Like, just stop, John Cena. Stop, please.
All right. Punky in the internet chat says, Pat Robertson just announced that we are no longer allowed to use Roman Reigns' name anymore, for it's using the Lord's name in vain, and that's a sin. Well, we don't want to sin. All praise Roman Reigns. All right, one more. There's a monster under the bed. There's a monster under your bed hiding from Roman Reigns. There you go. All right, boom, boom, boom. I'm going through real quick. Bullet Club Big explains sloppy toppy. Sloppy toppy slang term for Felito. All right. All right, now I know. And knowing is half the battle. I'm still confused. I want to say sloppy toppy. Can I pull off sloppy? Do you know what sloppy toppy means?
Yeah, I've heard that before. Yeah, it's getting a blowjob from just
Gotcha.
basically getting a blowjob. And then when there's a lot of spit involved, and like you're like, oh my god, this is a lot of spit, but it's fucking awesome.
Now I know it. Knowing's half the battle. See, even a former teacher of the year who now has medical problems can learn about new words every day. I feel like telling my kid, study English until you know what a sloppy toppy is. I'm just kidding. I would never say that. The Goddamn Show liked and tweeted us, so I appreciate it. So go check them out on Twitter at The Goddamn Show. Right? Boom. Facebook. Guess what? We have to log in again. Seriously. You're on Facebook, right?
Yeah, it has
Is
to sign me
Facebook
out.
making you log in? Like this podcast, I had to log in like 10 times.
Nope, I'm not even on the
What
site.
happened? I don't know nothing. Boom, boom, boom. All right, cool. Yeah, people are sending me matches I got to check out later. I'll definitely check them out. And I'm going to refresh, and I think we're going to wrap this bad boy up. Oh, yeah, we definitely have to wrap this bad boy up. Boom. All right, here we go. This is the last question of the night. AC Dub Rims 24. Do you watch it so I don't have to? Hey, Dave, how did you get comparisons in the first place? Did you play sports? Oh, concussions. Yeah. I was in the Marine Corps and I was a hand-to-hand combat instructor. I fell from a really far distance. That's what fucking killed me. I fell from a really far distance and hit really hard ground. I was actually knocked out for 3 or 4 days. And instead of listening to the doctors, I thought I was young and invincible. When I came back from my injuries, I went back into hand-to-hand combat. And when you fall like 2-3 stories and get knocked the fuck out for a couple days and break so many bones in your shit, yeah, you shouldn't come back right away. Plus, I've always just been a fighter. I have a big mouth, and I'm small. And having a big mouth in Jersey while being small, you get a lot of scraps. And I just ignored doctors. I didn't pay attention. I was like, fuck, concussions don't matter. And slowly but surely, when I was doing sports talk radio, when I was doing television, reading the teleprompter got harder. Remembering names got harder. Talking got harder. So, yeah, I went to go get checked out, and they're like, yeah, you got really bad concussions, and it's only going to get worse. And sometimes there's really, really bad days. But yeah, that's what happened. Just an injury from the military and just ignoring doctors. I did play football, but I don't think football had anything to do with it because I was a fucking bench warmer. I fucking think I got hit like, well, you still have practice, but still, I probably got fucking hit like 4 times in a game. Like I was like, okay, I'm a fucking bench warmer.
You might have sprained your ankle going for some Gatorade.
Yeah. So I wasn't the best of football players, even though was the quarterback for my all-Marine Corps unit team. I was a little Doug Flutie. That was a lot of fun. That was really fun, but the reality came in crushing. We played this football season, and I was tackling football with the gear and shit, and our team went undefeated. I was a really good scrambling quarterback. And then we went against tankers, and tankers is a job where you just work inside tanks. These fucking men are huge. And we were just infantry, so we were 0311s, snipers, machine gunners, and usually Marines. Most Marines are really skinny because you have to run and carry, you know what I mean? And we went against tankers who all they do is lift weights all day and fucking sit in a tank. And we made it to the championship. It was the Okinawa Championship. And I brought my wife, who was only my girlfriend then, and she didn't know anything about American football, and I think I got sacked over 70 fucking times. And my wife's like, she didn't understand American football at the time, or a girlfriend then. She just looked at me and goes, those other guys really didn't like you. Was that what was supposed to happen? And we just got fucking destroyed. But it was a very character-building thing. You know, you bring a date, you're like, we were undefeated. They were undefeated, and we were undefeated. But they were a whole different type of undefeated. So yeah, no, a little bit sports, but mostly just military and fighting and not paying attention to doctors. So there you go. Boom, 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 boom. All right, I think that's it. American a la carte. Is this the weirdest Raw review you've ever been a part of?
I mean, I don't think we put over Roman Reigns enough. I mean, we should both hang our heads in shame because it's almost like 2 hours and 30 minutes, and we only put over Roman Reigns like, I would say 50% of the podcast. That's not enough.
All right, well,
yeah.
let's put away Roman Reigns for a side and tell people how if they don't get enough Roman Reigns jokes on our show, or I'm sorry, Roman Reigns facts, you don't get enough Roman Reigns facts on on our show, they might want to see your show for more Roman Reigns facts. How do they get to your show?
On YouTube, the search bar, The American a la carte, Twitter, Console Gaming, LOL, Facebook, American a la carte, Scott, I guess, whatever. But yeah, that's mostly it right there.
All right, and also check out KocoSports.net. Please be a part of our Internet Infantry chat. We're trying to build a community there. If you can afford it, please buy an Internet Infantry shirt. If you do, we will be making a Stump the Idiot. I will be making a Stump the Idiot tomorrow, which is a pro wrestling Q&A. And also, like, comment, subscribe. Follow us on Twitter at KocoSports. Thank you so much for the live comments, the likes, and all that. Thank you for being part of a community. We know there's a lot of other shows out there, and we appreciate you that you're a part of our community. Go to KocoSports.net. Man, I was supposed to end this show a long time ago. With that, all praise Roman Reigns. Roman Reigns is over. I can't do it. I am over. Dun 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 dun.